Yeah, I'll be with you in 5 minutes, mate. Anyone near Alexander Road? Come to apologise, have we?
Me apologise?
Yeah, you said some very hurtful things last night. I'm deeply wounded.
Because you were chatting up another woman?
Pretending to chat up another woman.
Oh, you were loving every minute of it. Look, I haven't come here to argue with you, Steve. So if you want me to apologise, then I will. I'm sorry.
Hey, not so fast. I want a word.
What have I done now?
Nothing, love, don't worry.
If you see that sister of yours, you're not to speak to her, Jamie.
What?
She's no longer part of this family.
What's he on about?
Ignore him, he's been stupid.
Oh, ignore me. Everybody else does.
Tommy, you've been totally unreasonable. It's not fair on Craig.
She's chosen to walk away from her family.
I don't care. I won't have you using him like this.
Can I go to school now, please?
Yeah, you can, love. See you tonight.
Thanks for backing me up there, Ange.
If you want to ignore Katie, fine. But she's still my daughter and she's still Craig's sister.
I don't think you understand how strongly I feel about this.
Tommy, the whole world knows how you feel. But ignoring Kate is not going to achieve anything.
I think my toothbrush and your toothbrush look dead cute together.
Oh, yeah. Stopping then.
Of course I'm stopping. I've commandeered every spare inch of your cupboard space.
Look, I know what a wrench it is to leave home for the first time. You have to be sure it's what you want, and I don't know. I feel like I've driven a wedge between you and your family, and I feel lousy.
The only one making life difficult for everybody is my dad.
Yeah, well, I can kind of understand how he feels. I mean, it was bad enough as going out, never mind moving in together.
Sounds like you're the one having second thoughts.
Well, no, not about you, but... Well, I can't help feeling guilty that I'm the one causing all this aggravation and hurt.
If people just accepted us, there wouldn't be any aggravation.
Well, that's not going to happen in a hurry, is it?
Yeah, but it will eventually. Look, don't make any toast for me, I've got to go.
You will eat something though, won't you?
Yes. Got banana and bicky in my bag.
Good.
So I'll see you tonight.
I begged mine to stop seeing her. I know he did. Next thing I know, he's moved her in.
She's moved in?
It beggars belief, it really does. I mean, what kind of man moves a 17-year-old girl into his flat? I presume he's trying to prove to you that he really is serious about it. Only that just makes it worse. You know, I sat in a room last night and I sobbed my heart out. Tommy's gone overboard. Says he's washed his hands of Katie, and so we're fighting like cat and dog. Oh, it's unbearable, it really is.
Please, Norris.
Oh, right. Oh, your nursing chronicles in as well, if you want to take that.
Yeah, go on.
Right. Oh, there we are. Oh, that'll be £3.70 altogether, please.
There you go, thank you.
Oh, and there's a couple of magazines Katie Harris takes as well. Take a Break's one, I think, and the other's...
Just 17 by any chance?
No, actually, I think it's Cosmopolitan she gets now. They grow up so quickly these days, don't they? But then again, of course, you know that better than anyone.
You're just trying to be funny, Norris.
Oh, no, not at all. No, I was just wondering if I should put her magazines onto your account.
Right. Is that your subtle way of asking if she's moved in?
Oh, look, I don't mean to pry, no, but honestly, sometimes it's like crustacean here for rumours. I wish I could close my ears sometimes, I do, really.
I don't know why I'm being so touchy. Me and Katie have got nothing to be ashamed of. So, yeah, you can. You can put her magazines on my bill. That's the world told.
Yeah.
I'll see you.
Yeah.
TA9 3B6.
Look, I'm really sorry to push him, but my marriage is at stake.
So's my freedom. Now shove off. So as I was saying...
Thank you, God. What stopped me divorce from going through?
Are you the petitioner?
What?
Is it you who's divorcing your husband?
Yeah. But only I've changed my mind. I mean, it's not that bad, really. Could do a lot worse.
Well, have you got your copy of the application?
No, why do I need one?
Well, strictly speaking, yeah.
It's back at the flat. I mean, you could just go and tell the judge that it's off. I mean, I'm sure he'd be pleased.
Well, I can't check the status of your application without the documentation.
Look, please. I mean, we love each other. I mean, we belong together.
I don't know why you feel you have to lie to me. About what? Eileen? Babysitting?
We do talk to each other, you know.
I used somebody else in the end. anyway. It's none of your business.
Whatever you say.
If you must know, Brenda looks after her.
Brenda who?
Brenda Ferns, Neil's mother.
What's she doing round here?
She's Bethany's grandma.
She hardly knows her. She's not clapped eyes on her since she was born.
She's making up for lost time. They've seen each other for a couple of weeks now, getting on really well.
See?
Yeah, she's really nice and helpful and dead supportive.
Everything I'm not.
Well, it's your fault you're not in Beth's life anymore.
Did you fancy some fish and chips, mate?
Yeah, whatever.
We'll get a video out and all if you like. Look, I'm sorry about having a go at you this morning. You're a good lad.
Good. 'Cause you haven't done out wrong.
Yeah. Put it on me head, come on. Come on. Oh, yes!
Well, could you go and play with that somewhere else? Because I'm trying to cash up.
We're only having a kick around, honest.
I know, but it's against the garage door over and over again. It's like a form of torture.
We'll be careful.
Ah, thank you.
See you later, mate.
Is it ball then? Get lost, will you? I don't know why you've been so funny with me. It's not my fault what my dad and Katie have done. I suppose.
Yeah, tonight's cool. We could go at that new bar on Dock Street. E-Bar Gum, I think it's called. It's 7 o'clock? Okay. I'll see you, baby. Karen?
Who you talking to?
It's some new driver wants some work. I said I'd meet him in that new bar on Dock Street tonight.
Do you call your driver's babe now, dear?
Oh, God, it's a nickname. You know, like Babe Ruth, the baseball player.
Don't you dare insult my intelligence, Steve. Women don't play baseball.
Babe Ruth was a man.
Oh, into men now, are we? Oh, we are loved up, aren't we?
I'm not into anyone. That was an...
Yeah, we're up to something, I can tell.
You're imagining things.
Here, Craig. What was that?
Whoa! Hiya. How's it going?
Karen! Over here.
Steve?
Karen!
Steve! What the hell do you think you're playing at?
Climb aboard.
Well, my dad might not be speaking to me, but everybody at school is.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah? They're all like, is it true you're living with a fella in his 30s? Wow.
Well, I reckon it's at 9 on the Richter scale as far as gossip's concerned. Norris was throwing his two penn'orth earlier.
Norris Cole. What's it got to do with him?
Oh, nothing. Can't resist, though, can he? I feel a bit sad about David, though. He blanked me in the street earlier.
Oh, Martin.
I know. I mean, as soon as he just yelled at me or called me every name under the sun.
You know they'll come round eventually. We all will.
Yeah, we hope. Shepherd's pie all right for you?
Being waited on now, Emma. Oh, this just gets better and better.
Oh, another thing. See this tea caddy here?
Yeah?
Right, it's got 50 quid in it.
What for?
I don't know, let's call it the house kitty. So you don't have to come running to me every time you need some cash.
Steve, what is all this?
Look, I know it's not Venice, Paris or Windermere, but it's the best I could do. So cheers.
Steve.
Don't say anything. Just listen. I'm sorry I've been winding you up. I needed to make sure the divorce went through. Make sure we were single. Because if we weren't single, then I won't be able to do this. Karen, will you marry me?
I like this track.
Yeah, it's good.
I had a great sound system on my flat in Canada. It was mounted on the wall and the speakers were really powerful. On a hot day, I used to just open the windows and blast it out.
Do you miss Canada?
No, not really. It's not like it was Australia. If I'd gone to Oz, I don't think I'd have come back.
I'm glad you went to Canada. I mean, Sarah's really pleased you're back. I am too.
You know, when my mum first told me Sarah had left home and was living above a bookies with an 18-year-old dropout, well, I decided I wasn't going to like you.
Picture me as a heroin addict sponging off the state.
Yeah, something like that. I certainly didn't think you'd be like you are. Shows how much I think of Sarah, doesn't it? Had to be something seriously wrong with you.
Just being protective.
I think I'd forgotten what it was like. I mean, I was only 17 when I married Leanne, and she was 16.
Really? What was she like?
Leanne? Feisty. She always had to be right. And she could be moody in a right mood.
Yeah, Sarah can get a bit like that.
Yeah, it's women for you. You never know where you are with them, not like your mates.
Never really had that many mates. Always been a bit of a loner. God, I used to envy RJ's. There was always kids knocking on for him. He'd be tearing around the playground, and I'd be sat on a bench on my own. Oh, I sound like a right saddle, don't I?
No, you don't.
Mates I have had, though. They mean a lot to me. I'm a good friend. Me mum once said I was better off than Jason. That I'd only let a few people get to know the real me.
She was right.
Yeah. Quality, not quantity. That's what's important.
You know, I can't believe I'm working for Mike Baldwin. He used to pay me 50p to wash his car.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was best friends with his son Mark. We used to sit together in school.
Where's he now?
I'm not sure. My gran told me not to mention it to Mike, because apparently I had some big fallout over something.
Do you know anyone who gets on with the parents?
No. No one.
I like this.
What?
Sitting here, talking to you. Feel like I could tell you anything.
Well, you can. If ever there's anything you want to talk about, I wouldn't tell Sarah.
You know when you asked if you were going to get to know the real me?
Mm-hmm.
I think you already have. Never felt this close.
What was that?
Kiss?
What the hell do you think you're doing?
But I thought...
Yeah, I know what you thought. Wrong move, Todd. Wrong move.
Todd? You alright? Are you okay?
Yeah. Just felt a bit sick. I'll be alright.
You should go back to bed.
I can't, I've got to go to work.
Yeah, but if you've been
Just
sick...
leave it, will you? I'm sorry. It's probably the Chinese I had last night.
Oh, maybe Nick's sick as well, then. Do you have the same dishes?
No. Bethany's had her breakfast. I'll just get dressed and be off. I feel better now.
Yeah, well, if you feel bad later on, make sure you come home, okay?
Dad, could I have Katie's old room? Suppose.
No, you can't.
Why not?
Because it's Katie's.
Yeah, but she's gone now.
Well, she'll be back.
But if she doesn't come back?
I said no.
I'll see you lot later.
By the time I get a kiss goodbye.
Hiya. I said hello, Dad. Have a good day, Dad. Will you be in for your dinner tonight?
I'm not sure.
Oh, well, we're eating out of the freezer anyway, so I don't need to know just
Then
yet.
why ask?
You don't need to snack. Oh, there's Todd. Did you have a nice night with him last night? Only you were...
Mum, I need to get to work. I'll see you later.
Hi, Todd. That's Sarah.
What? No, I need to speak to Nick. Nick! Nick!
What?
We need to talk.
No, we don't. We never need to talk to each other again.
Don't be like that.
How else do you expect me to be? You kissed me last night.
I know. Please, can we just talk about it?
I thought you were a good bloke. I thought you loved my sister. We were mates.
We are mates. I've never felt this close to a mate before. That's why...
Look, I don't know what's going on inside your mind, but I'm telling you now, I am not gay, and we are no longer mates.
I'm not gay either.
Then why do you go around kissing blokes?
I don't. I've never done it before. I just felt so close.
Don't touch me. Did you ever touch me again? Just stay away from me, Todd.
Last night with pink and white rice. It was a making up meal. It was good to have him back in bed with me. I couldn't sleep the other night when he stayed out.
I didn't sleep much last night.
Things on your mind?
Yeah.
Is it what you were saying yesterday? About not being sure of your feelings for Sarah?
I shouldn't have said that.
Yes, you should. I want us to be friends.
No,
I won't tell anyone.
I shouldn't have said it. It wasn't true. I do love Sarah.
Oh, well, that's good.
Yeah.
Yesterday, you were upset, but today, you seem...
What do I say?
trouble.
It's a good word for it. I'd have said churned up, but... yeah, trouble.
Well, we don't have to talk about it if you'd rather not.
Kissed someone last night. Not Sarah.
Oh, I see.
Got into this situation. I was talking to this person and I felt so relaxed and happy. It felt the most natural thing in the world.
Well, I know what that feels like.
Do you? Because now all I can think is that it was the most unnatural thing in the world. I feel sick just thinking about it. Don't understand what's going on. I don't know why. I never wanted it to happen. It just did. And now I can't pretend it didn't happen.
Well, perhaps you should. I mean, if you feel that way about it, you should just forget it.
I can't. I wish I could, but... no, I can't.
Todd, I don't understand.
Neither do I.
Well, is it because of Sarah? You're upset you could kiss someone else?
Yeah, it is. But it's more than that.
I've ordered Todd.
Yeah?
In the back. I'm glad you've come.
Yeah?
Been thinking what I did. I didn't plan it. I didn't know what was going to happen. It just did. And I feel awful about it.
What game are you playing?
I'm not playing any game.
You're trying to mess with my head.
No, I'm trying to explain.
Explain what? That you're gay? Or that you're bisexual?
I'm not. I'm neither. I love Sarah.
Then why the hell did he kiss me?
I want to be honest with you. It felt right. At that moment, right then, with just the two of us, it felt like the right thing to do.
And what if I'd kissed you back? What then?
I don't know.
You want to be honest, is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I'm saying I don't understand what's going on, but yeah, I want to be honest.
Then what have you told Sarah?
Sarah, this ain't got nothing to do with Sarah.
It's got everything to do with Sarah. That's what I came to say. You've got to tell her.
No.
You've got to tell her, or I will.
Kev's been on a breakdown all afternoon. I've been run ragged.
Oh, nice.
I'll run you a bath. Put some bubbly in it.
Oh, you know, I don't like that stuff. It makes me stink.
Yeah, of lavender. Much nicer smell than engine oil. Tom, it's okay today.
Oh,
I asked her to come home. I said that if she came home, that we'd find a way of sorting it out. Because we would, wouldn't we? Because that's what we want, isn't it?
what did she say?
Well, novelty's not worn off yet, but it will. It's bound to soon.
Maybe. You're gonna have to face it, love. She's left home. She's not coming back.
No, I won't accept that.
Well, accept this. So long as she's seen Martin Platt, she's not welcome back here. When they finish, I'll talk to her, but not before.
But we can't afford the changes.
Why? Our takings are up, we plough the profits back into the business.
No way, look, I want my share of that money.
Steve, It pays to invest, speculate to accumulate.
I'm getting married. Karen wants a big do.
Karen wants a big do.
Right, so you'd rather throw the money down the drain than to build the business? You know, I think it's about time you got your priorities right.
See you in the morning, Roy. Well, thanks for the pie.
There she is. Shout hello.
Hiya.
Hi.
Hi, Bethany. Oh, look, Bethany's waving. Aren't they lovely? Todd goes and gets her from nursery, and she's always there waiting for me to finish. Have you had your tea? Because I've got loads of pies that need eating, so you can come and join us if you want. Hey, it's all right if Nick comes and has his tea, isn't it?
He's got nothing else to do. Your mum's probably expecting
No,
him.
I've got nothing else to do.
Oh, well, yeah. Great.
Go on then, I want to hear all about your day. Oh.
I see you've not told her then.
I've not had a chance, have I?
Of course you haven't. You're pathetic.
Hello. Hi. Oh, do you know, my mind's been all over the place today. First I forgot me milk, then the sugar.
Everything all right?
Yeah, it's fine. You know, it was so good to talk last night.
Well, I just wanted you to know that you're not on your own. Don't think there's such a thing as a normal family.
I just hate being in the middle. Neither Katie nor Tommy will see any sense. I just want some peace.
That's all any of us want.
Tommy blows up even at the mention of her name. I should learn to keep my thoughts to myself, eh?
You're not frightened of him, are you?
No, of course not. I don't see the point in getting him worked up.
Well, anytime you feel like a chat, you know where I am.
Thank you. That means a lot.
Oh, Todd, did you get some chips?
Do we need him? Could just have some salad.
With pies. Nick, you want chips, don't you?
Yes, please.
I'll go in a minute. Nick, I need more time.
If you were going to do it, you'd have done it by now.
Please. Let's just forget it happened. If she finds out, it'll really hurt her.
Well, you should have thought that before. She has a right to know you're gay.
I'm not gay. And she knows that.
No, she doesn't. She only knows the lie you want her to.
I'll tell her.
Now. Tell her now, or I will.
Now?
I'll go and see to Bethany.
Sarah, there's something I need to talk to you about.
Oh, can it wait?
No.
Oh, what were you and Nick talking about? It's not my mum, is it? What's she
No.
done now?
No, it's not about your mum. It's about me. It's about us.
What?
I think I better sit down.
No, I don't want to sit down. Tell me.
You know, I was sick this morning.
You're not ill, are you? Is it serious?
No, of course I'm not.
Oh, good, because I wouldn't be able to cope without you.
Sarah, don't.
No, I mean it. Just the thought of not having you. Do you know, you are the best thing that's happened to me since Beth. Todd, what is it? You're really scaring me.
I love you, Sarah.
Is that it? Is that what you wanted to say?
Oh. Yeah, there's nothing else. I love you.
Yeah, I love you too. Why were you sick?
I was sick because he is sick.
Nick, don't.
He's sick and he's playing with your mind, just like he tried to play with me.
I said don't.
What's going on?
He's mucking you around, Sarah.
Please, Sarah, don't listen to him.
You think you know him? Believe me, you don't begin to know what's going on inside his head.
Shut up!
What's going on?
You could have told her yourself, Todd. But you're not man enough for that, are you?
Told me what? Todd, told me what?
Nick, please, don't.
Your boyfriend's gay, Sarah. Todd's gay.
I will call it Bethany's strawberry jam. Would you like that? Now, what do you want on your toast, Sarah?
I'm all right, thanks.
Oh, you've not had anything since you got here. You'll fade away.
I'm okay.
Lovey, you don't have to pretend you're okay here. How about Nana takes you to nursery? Then me and Mummy can carry on our chat. Because I don't think she's quite told me everything yet.
Have you seen her?
You think I'll tell you?
I need to know she's okay.
Do you?
Haven't you done enough now? Made me pay for it.
You think this is about making you pay?
Why else would you tell Sarah? Try and ruin her lives?
That was down to you, Todd.
So why did you have to go and make Sarah suffer as well?
She deserved to know the truth.
It's not the truth she knows. She knows how far her brother will push it when he's angry. The truth is, I made a mistake. I'm not gay.
You think I'm angry at you because you're gay? That's not what yesterday was about. Todd, my landlord in Canada was gay. Half the people I knew out there were. I've had to disappoint a lot better blokes than you by telling them I'm straight and not interested. Well, what is that shock? It'd be a lot easier if you could just assume I was homophobic, wouldn't it? I don't care that you're into blokes, Todd. Fine,
I'm not
get
into
on with
blokes.
it. I care that you're into blokes and going out with my sister.
Don't give me all this big brother stuff. If you cared about her, you wouldn't have put her through that. You'd have let me try and make it work.
You don't get it, do you? Stop lying to yourself and stop lying to her.
How many times? I love Sarah.
And then let her get herself a straight boyfriend.
Problem?
No, everything's fine.
What was all that about?
Don't worry, I'm sorting it.
Thought we was going out for dinner.
I'm sorry, I'm just a bit short-staffed. Yes.
No, it's all right. You've answered my question. I was looking for Sarah. Do you know what time she gets in?
Well, not today, not at all. I'll be with you in a minute, Kevin.
Oh, you're all right, thanks.
What is it you wanted?
Did she say where she was?
Well, I presume she was in her bed. I was just poised to ask you to pass on our best wishes for a speedy recovery.
Is she not poorly?
Yeah, no, she is. Sorry, I should have checked the flat first. I'll see you later.
I would prefer it if Sarah simply said she didn't feel like working today.
You wouldn't like that.
I dislike dissembling even more. The sympathy one extends to an unwell colleague leaves a sour taste when falsely engendered.
Everybody tells little white lies from time to time.
Well, I endeavour not to. I find the practice abhorrent, which is why I'm finding it increasingly difficult to deal with our collusion in Tracy's lies, or rather evasions. I mean in not revealing her pregnancy.
I'm with you there.
I'm finding it most difficult around Ken and Deirdre. I passed them in the street this morning with Tracy. And whereas I'd normally say a cheery good morning, instead I uttered this strangely pitched hi. Well, they'll be wondering why I didn't say my normal good morning.
They probably never noticed.
No. It wasn't just hi, it was a sort of hi.
You don't think perhaps you're overanalyzing it, Roy?
No?
You don't pull a good pint, you show.
Careful. It's a bit positive for you, isn't it?
Oh, aye. I'll enjoy this quietly then.
Parker! Taxi for Parker! Hey!
See? I say something good and something bad happens.
What are our rules about drinking and working?
One or the other.
Right.
I'm doing the other.
Well, then you get sacked from the one.
Oh, your mucky Deb's already done that.
You what?
This morning. 1 minute I'm in, the next I'm out. It's like the flaming okey cokey.
Well, you're in again. I hired you. I'm the only one that can say you're fired. Now listen, Miss Parker, Piccadilly Station. I'll handle Deb.
Cheers. Right, boss.
Hey!
Getting between Les Battersby and his pint without a whip and a chair. Impressive.
Well, I don't feel impressive. My so-called partner undermining everything I do.
Karen?
Dev! I mean, if I hire someone, they stay hired. You can't overrule that.
Short of drivers?
I was this morning, yeah.
No, I thought there'd be loads of people wanting to work for you. You know, I used to love the deliveries whenever we flourished, the road, the radio. Mind you, I didn't have the same local knowledge as I do of Weatherfield.
You can't be angling for a job, surely.
What's up? Don't you hire women drivers? Or would it wind Dev up too much if I worked for you?
Sarah? Been looking all over for you. Where's Beth?
She's safe.
You okay?
No.
Sarah, I'm so
Don't say sorry again. It's not what I've come to hear.
What can I say? How can I make it okay?
I don't know if you can. That's what I've come to find out. You're very quiet, you two.
Oh, well, it's been a somewhat trying day.
Come on, I'll make us a hot chocolate.
I could rustle one up here if you like.
No, thank you. We'll be going.
Hello. Oh, hello.
Morning. Hi. I mean evening.
No, stay. Have a drink with us.
Thank you.
They're still not over that business with Tracy. I feel sorry for them.
Well, given time, I'm sure he and Hayley will put the whole sorry business behind them.
Tracy, how's things?
Fine.
I don't suppose you've had a moment to tell your mum and dad.
Now to do with you.
Mum, if I want to see Lucy, I will.
You only know her because she's trouble.
She's the only person who comes close to know what I'm going through at the moment.
What she's going through is different. She was the bit on the side that got in too deep.
There won't be any more mistakes, Sarah. Because I can see what I nearly lost.
Nearly?
Please, Sarah. Give me another chance.
If I did. If. How would I know that you wouldn't do this to me again?
Because I deserve to lose you. And I never, ever want that to happen. Please, Sarah, don't let me throw everything away on one stupid mistake.
Don't you ever put me through this again. No, Todd. I'm still angry with you.
But you'll come back?
I don't know what our Nick will say. I'll go and get Beth from Brenda's.
Sarah, I'm going to make this up to you. I promise. Everything's going to be the same as before. Exactly as before.
Not even a cup of tea in bed this year, Kenneth?
Well, if no one remembers, I get to remain a youthful 63.
Well, many happy returns of the day.
Thank you, Emily.
Now, don't overdo it, Emily. He doesn't want a big fuss making.
I sympathise entirely.
Well, yes, but I mean, what was he expecting me to do? A kazoo band in the backyard?
There you go, Dad. Many more of him?
Oh, thank you.
Talk about a hasty purchase.
Well, it's a thought that counts.
Yeah, it's a pity thinking isn't more Peter's strong point.
I think he's got more pressing matters on his mind. But we have had some good news, courtesy of Tracy.
Oh?
It's going to mean quite a change in lifestyle, but I'm sure she'll adapt quickly enough.
What is your news, Tracy?
I've got a job at Streetcars. Going to be a cab driver.
Oh, well, congratulations.
Safe transport for women. That's what it's all about.
Yes, well, we'll see.
I think it's time you told Ken and Deirdre your rather more pressing piece of news.
One thing at a time, eh, Emily?
Morning. How long you been up?
Not long.
Your side of the bed was cold.
Yeah, I got up to see if Bethany was all right.
I was going to do your breakfast.
You should get ready for work.
In a minute.
Todd.
What?
Nothing. I haven't brushed my teeth.
So I'm not allowed to bring you breakfast and I'm not allowed to kiss
I
you?
didn't say that. It's just you're not normally like this.
You think I've got something to prove?
Maybe, I don't know.
You don't know if you believe me or Nick?
I do believe you. It's just...
It's just what?
Todd, be honest with me.
Sarah, I'm being honest. I love you.
I know that you love me.
But do I fancy you? Yeah, I do. Like mad. How many times do I have to tell you? I always have. And I always will.
Well, right, no, Monday, 4:30 it is. No, I won't discuss it now. I'll deal directly with Miss Sharma. Yeah, OK, thank you. Bye.
Oh, Miss Sharma, eh?
Can I help you?
Who is this woman a mystery? Or is there an 8 shop out there we just don't know about?
Oh, what's it got to do with you, Trace?
Oh, what's the matter, Dev? Feel threatened by a strong woman coming into your little boy's club?
We've got Eileen.
A strong, attractive young woman.
Word to the wise. Cheese off Eileen and no one will be able to save you.
Yeah, well, what about saving me from him? Because he has taken against me before I've even started here.
Well, I'm the one that took you on, so you'll have to respect my decision. Now then, forget feet up, A to Z. I want you in the car, Radio 1. You're going to go from place to place. I'm going to time you.
Yeah, well, I've told you I know everywhere around here. Comes from bunking off school every aft. But you know what I was like, don't you, Steve?
Well, things have changed since then.
Really?
Yes. Well, there's traffic calming. They've closed the rat run speed cameras.
What happens if you get caught speeding?
You're out.
You paid the fine. Now then, moment of truth.
So, when I get back, let's see if we can all sing from the same hymn sheet. Hey, boys?
David!
How are you?
Okay.
Listen, you fancy coming around this weekend?
She's still living there.
David, Katie's my girlfriend. So yeah, she's still there. That's not going to change me. Listen, I love her, but I love you as well. So come on, come round, give her a chance. I miss you, son.
Sorry, Dad. No way.
Morning. Hello. You've not forgotten you're doing dinners today, have you, love?
No, of course I haven't. Actually, I've got to get off in a minute. I've just come to pick up the keys from the bookies.
Catch.
Thanks. Oh, you'll have a quick cup of tea before you rush off, though,
Don't
won't you?
mind her, Shelley, if she's busy.
Oh, go on then, yeah, just a quick one. So these dinners, are they microwave jobs or proper cooking?
Why?
Listen, never mind about the tea. You get on with what you've got to do and I'll see you at the bookies at 11, yeah?
What for?
I'll tell you when we get there.
See you. Bye.
Sonia's on that no carbs diet.
Well, should she be having cake?
She said she can have meringue.
There we are. What's this? Just a very small token from myself and Hayley to mark your 64th birthday. I do have a head for dates.
And figures, clearly.
Oh, you're a very young 64, though, don't you think, Roy?
Well, I suppose so. When I think of 64-year-olds when I was growing up, it was either a bath chair or the snug of the Rovers.
You're all right. You're always stood at the bar.
But I got my health, and Deirdre, in many ways, I'm very lucky.
Oh, you still have a great deal to offer this community, Ken?
Well, maybe, but my family's another matter. I mean, my grandparents may be set in their ways, but they were part of my life, which is more than I can ever say for Peter's son.
Yeah, well, through no fault of your own.
Sorry, I'm getting maudling on you.
We all get these feelings sometimes.
Thanks for the cake.
Happy birthday. Oh, that's another complication we haven't thought of.
Or opportunity. I would be delighted for Ken to spend as much time with the child as he wanted.
Not the child, Roy. Ken's grandchild.
Yes, Ken, who respects us and I think likes us. I'm sure he will grow to accept the relationship, albeit unusual.
Maybe.
Look, Hayley, you know that I want this to work so very badly. If you felt that my optimism was misplaced, you would tell me, wouldn't you?
I'm sure he'd get used to it eventually.
Oh, seen that rosy glow before. Is that what Kieran means by top of the morning?
I hope not. It says that to the bread man.
Well, I wish I knew your secret.
I wish I had one. No, sometimes I just have to look at him and he's like a bull in the ring.
Oh, give it a rest, will you?
Excuse me, I'm not the only one who's looked up round here.
Oh, you and Sarah back together again, are you?
We're fine.
Yes. What was it about?
What's it matter now?
Oh, he's been a right prickly pear this morning.
Yeah, well, I'll ask Jason, because they would have had a man-to-man, and Jason, well, he can't keep stum, bless.
Jason knows nothing.
Oh, crap your face, I'm happy for you.
Why? You never wanted us to be together.
Yeah, I know, but fair play to you. You proved it's for real, so I'd hate for you to lose her now.
What? Oi, what does she know about driving taxis?
Karen, it's entirely Steve's decision.
You know about this?
Tracy.
Oh, look, don't. I mean, because who's going to get an earful every time that she messes up?
Well, why? Why would he take her on? Explain that to me, Deb.
No, that's your fiancé's, your husband's, your whatever's job.
Well, it's my job to wring his flipping neck.
So what do you think? Apart from what am I doing here? Lucy's an empty shop.
Peter did all right by it. I don't see why we shouldn't.
What?
Why not?
Because it's the maddest idea I've ever heard. We don't know the first thing about running a betting shop.
We can learn. Possession's 9/10 of the law anyway, so...
I don't think the law will be on your side with this one.
It's certainly not on yours, Shell. In the eyes of the law, you weren't even married. You're entitled to nothing.
Yeah. And I'm happy about that.
So, what were all these revenge schemes about, then?
Desperate times call for desperate measures.
Those were half measures. Come on, Shelley, we've got a chance to make some real money here. All we need's a bit of nous.
Don't you think we should be putting Peter behind us?
And you really think you can do that, Shelley? We were the ones playing snap with our wedding photos. If you're anything like me, you won't forget it and you never will.
Yeah, but running his business, going through all his paperwork...
Yeah, well, we can pay his assistant to do that. And then any profit we can keep for ourselves. Don't you ever think he owes me? Don't you ever look in the mirror and think I deserve something for being made to feel like this?
Yeah, I do, yeah.
So help me to help you, Shelley. We'll run this bookies together and we will bleed Peter dry.
I'm not having a go at you, Tracy. Look, go round the block again, slowly, and you'll see it. It's a big blue sign.
Please, can we get some food in, Steve? I could listen to this all night.
She's just finding her feet.
So she can find something. She can't find the flipping Legion, can she?
Hey.
There's a 5-minute wait. Where do you want to go?
No, I'm not going anywhere. Why is Tracy Weston driving you a cab?
She's a cab driver.
You've taken her on as a cab driver?
He wanted a woman cab driver who knew what she was doing. Couldn't find one, so...
She's not even wearing a seatbelt!
What's it got to do with you?
Nothing. It doesn't matter.
Any message?
No, thank you.
Another satisfied customer.
Look, we're going to have one drink with the girls and then you can put your feet up.
That's big of you, seeing as how I haven't sat down all day.
Look, I'm sorry, but I'm proud of what happened over there today.
I wonder what Fred'd make of you moonlighting.
Well, it's them two who are going to manage the place, so you don't need to worry.
What does that make you, a bookies runner?
I'd hate to think of what Peter's gonna make of this.
Good to see you've got your priorities straight. There you go, girls.
Thank you. Right, I'd like to propose a toast to Sally, bookmaker, teacher and guiding light.
More time with my family.
And a decent wage.
And getting one over on you-know-who.
Come on, let's be positive. To bouncing back.
Against all odds. Get it?
I better go and check on Beth.
Hey. In a minute.
That house in sauce was to die for.
I've been waiting for this all day.
Is your duck all right?
I love you more than I've loved anyone.
Yeah, I know, Todd. Yours looks a bit greasy. Do you want a bit of mine?
I want to be with you for the rest of my life.
Hello?
It's Nick. Can you let me in? Great.
Don't worry, I won't let him have another go at you.
Can fight my own battle, Sarah.
Right, nice, cosy takeaway. That's a surprise.
What do you want?
Didn't you believe what I said about him?
I believe what happened.
Then what are you doing back with him?
Because it didn't mean anything.
Sarah, he can't be a little bit gay. First thing, you're a little bit pregnant with Bethany.
I think you better go, mate.
Oh, so I'm back to being your mate now, am I?
Yeah, well, I'm Todd's girlfriend, and I am telling you, he is not gay.
I raised this very issue with Steve MacDonald. Cab drivers are exempt from wearing seatbelts.
Oh, this gets better. I mean, apart from putting her safety into the hands of complete strangers, the roads are risky enough in themselves.
All rife with danger, particularly for an unborn child.
Steve says you've been checking up on me.
Oh, I was just surprised to see you driving a cab, that's all, Tracy.
It's quite unsuitable for a woman in your stage of gestation. You'll have to stop it at once.
It's perfect. Look, I'll be sitting down all day. I'll be on good money.
Well, what about that £5,000 first payment? We gave you that so you wouldn't have to go looking for work.
No, you're paying me to have the baby, so let's get this straight, shall we? You haven't bought the right to tell me what I should live on or what I should do with my time.
Look, forgive us, but our concerns apply directly to the child you're carrying.
So put your money where your mouth is. You pay me what I would be earning and I'll sit at home, I'll knit booties.
You know we can't do that.
Right then, so pipe down and stay out of me life.
Who do you think you are? You come back from Canada and suddenly you know my boyfriend better than I do.
And you're watching him 24/7, are you?
I don't have to, I trust him. Listen, my mum made me choose between her and Todd. I don't want to have to do the same with you.
I don't want to see you have your heart broken.
I'll go.
What are you trying to do? We're happy.
No, I'll tell you what you are. You're lying to yourself and she's too scared of the truth.
She's told you the truth. She believes me.
Only because she's staked everything on you and she will do anything not to spoil that picture.
No, because she knows it was one stupid moment and it meant nothing.
Except we both know it's a damn sight more than that, don't we?
No, it wasn't.
Well, now I'm watching you, Todd. And the next time nothing happens, you are going to regret hurting my sister. Trust me.
If you get really busy, give us a ring and I'll pop back. I know what I'm doing. I've run a pub before. It's you venturing into uncharted territory. Mother, it's the bookies, not the North Pole. Only be a couple of hours. I'm not sure about you doing this. All that Lucy. I know she's cheered you up. Yeah, she has. Got a lot in common, remember? Not as much as you think. She's the one with the legal claim. If she's not there, you're a trespasser. Be blunt, why don't you? Have you heard anything different? No. Solicitor rang and it's as we thought. I'm not his real wife, so I've no legal claim. Is that it then, all over? Well, it'll be a couple of months before the marriage is officially annulled. Sooner it's behind you, the better.
Clearly there are health implications for a pregnant woman driving a taxi. I'd prefer it if she refrained. But at this stage, well, she's not going against any recently published medical advice.
Do you think it'd make any difference if she were?
No.
No, exactly. Wouldn't surprise me if she took up trampolining and bungee jumping just to spite us.
Well, I would hope that even Tracy would have more consideration for the health of her child than that.
Oh, I don't think so. It's so frustrating. I'll tell you what, if Deirdre knew she was pregnant, she wouldn't stand for any of this nonsense.
Lucy, are you nearly here? Look, love, don't crash the car, but there's something I think you should know.
What are you doing?
I'm cooking dinner.
I've had to open my window upstairs. You stink in the house. That's disgusting.
What? Just smells the same as it always does.
Very nice, too.
It's worse than cat food. It's making me gag.
Tracy, your mother's putting a lot of effort into this meal.
Yeah, well, I hope she's not doing it on my account, because I wouldn't eat that if you paid me.
She is so rude.
Okay, and then what? And then, if it wins, all the money goes on to the next bet. That could be loads. Well, it could be, but mostly it isn't. And they lose it anyway. I mean, bookies like Yankees. We call it a mug punter's bet.
Well, I'll never get the hang of this.
Of course you will.
There's something else I don't get either. Most of the stuff can be done from here, can't it?
Yeah, most of it. Why?
Well, Peter was always away on business. He was never here. What was he doing? Of course he was. Never mind the mug punters. I'm the biggest mug hunter.
Don't say that. You know, you trusted the man that you loved. He's the mug. Ken, we don't usually see you in here.
Well, I've just heard this wild rumour that Shelley and Lucy have taken over Peter's business, and apparently it's true. What are you both playing at?
Well, someone's got to look after it, Ken.
Look, I appreciate you're both very angry with Peter. I'm angry with him myself, but surely this is illegal.
Look, Dad, it's perfectly legal. I'm his wife and I'm entitled to half his property. I'm not going to watch him purposely ruin his business so he can avoid paying me what's mine.
Well, the marriage only lasted a couple of minutes. You wouldn't be getting half of this anyway.
We have a son.
Look, you've got this all wrong. Peter's not trying to get out of anything.
Well, excuse us if we don't take his word for it. If you're not happy, you can phone the police. But I'm running the shop and you're not getting me out. Now, if you don't mind, if you're not going to place a bet, then we are very busy.
Hope you know what you're doing, Shelley.
That was a bit harsh. Ken's not done anything.
She's here again, Mike.
I'm drinking lager, which could have a 5% alcoholic content, if I'm not mistaken.
You've got to say something.
You are aware that even moderate alcoholic consumption can have a detrimental effect to the health of our baby.
You what, mate?
She's taunting us, Roy.
Busy?
Speak to her again, now.
Why not?
Because it's not the most appropriate venue to discuss the issue.
Swilling lager, doing manual labour. We've got to take action.
So I tell her to tell Deirdre?
Yes.
You sure?
Go on.
Honestly, Emily, I'm at the end of my tether. Ken says she's always been like this, but I think she's got worse. It's like she's a teenager again.
In what way?
Oh, tempers, mood swings. The way she went on about the smell of the roast earlier, you'd have thought I was trying to poison her.
You don't think it might be something else, do you?
What?
Well, perhaps it's physical.
Tracy, could I have a word, please?
What do you want?
Haley and I think it's time that you formally announced your condition to Deirdre and Ken.
Do you?
Yes.
Well, I don't, so get lost, Cropper.
Has she spoken to you at all? I mean, if there is something wrong, I feel I should know.
Oh, I'm sure there isn't. Perhaps you should ask her yourself.
Ask her what?
Tracy, is there something you want to tell me?
Yeah, there is. I won't be home for my dinner, sorry.
I'll see you later.
Bye.
Bye.
Tracy!
Oh, not again!
Look, we're thinking about the baby. Roy wants everybody to know that he's responsible and that he's willing to face up to his responsibilities.
What, and that's supposed to make me want to go public, is it? Has it not occurred to you that the reason I'm keeping quiet about this is because I don't want people to know he's responsible?
People already know what you've done. You reap what you sow.
Look, I think you two are forgetting who's in control here. No one's going to know about this baby or who the father is until I say so.
When might that be?
Well, let's just wait until it's born, eh? When it comes out wearing an anorak and stinking her fry up, everyone's going to know it's yours.
There you go.
I don't think I've got the right brain to work in a bookies.
No, I felt like that at first, but you'll get used to it.
Hey, I know it's Barlow's bookies, but you have to be called Barlow to work here.
Oh, we've not heard that one before, have we, Shelley?
Give us your bet, Les.
Oh, are you sure you can handle it? It's complicated. It's a Yankee.
Oh, we've done them, haven't we? That's a mug punter's bet, isn't it?
You what?
No, that's another bet.
Oh, yes. Pull the other one. I'm a regular customer here. I don't expect to be insulted.
Hey, stop shouting or we'll bar you.
Bar me? It's her what should be bad, calling me a mug.
Calm down, Les. I'm sorry. I've only done this a couple of times. I don't know what I'm doing, do I?
All right, well, seeing as you're new, I'll give Sally this to put on.
What, are you still doing it?
Of course I am. They're certs. I'll win a fortune. Hey! Whoa! Kieran, have you heard about the bookies?
I know. Shelley and Lucy were here earlier on.
Well, I think Peter should know about that.
Don't worry. It's all in hand.
My neck. Could that have been any flaming closer? I knows. I can't believe it. If the arse had a bigger conch, I'd have won. How much?
600 quid.
6? Oh, no. I'm gutted.
Right, come on, lads, racing's over. Come on, Les, we're shutting up now.
Don't I get any grieving time? That's it?
Yeah, come on.
You know, you take my money and then you spit me out. You're as bad as the pub.
Told you it was a mug's bet. You can go too if you like, Sally. You sure? I usually cash up. Yeah, we'll do that. Go on. And, thanks. Hey, I could get used to working for you two. See ya. See ya.
Oh, what a day, eh? I don't think I like working at the bookies.
It has its compensations. Come and have a look at this. Sunday's payday this week.
You are kidding, aren't you?
I think we're approaching this all wrong. She's walking all over us.
Well, I don't know what else we can do. She is a very combative character.
She's not combative, she's horrible.
Calling her names doesn't really further the debate,
No,
does it?
I know, but it makes me feel better. She is a nasty person and we've got to try different ways of dealing with her.
Look, I just don't think that we should sink to her level, that's all.
Well, who said anything about that? We've got to be firm with her. Tell her what we're going to do and then do it. So like we're dealing with a child. We back down and run away every time she gets aggressive.
I'm not the only one that retreats, Hayley. You find her just as difficult to deal with as I do.
I'm not blaming you. But have you thought about what this could mean for us? We could be dealing with Tracy on a regular basis for the next 18 years. 18 years of her behaving like was something she scrapes off bottom of her shoes.
Yes, well, when you put it like that, it is a somewhat daunting prospect.
But it doesn't have to be. Like I say, we just need a new approach.
Well, what do you suggest?
You know the other night when we were discussing the causes of the Second World War in bed?
Yes.
And you were saying how appeasement led to the war being far worse in the long run.
Well, that is a widely accepted fact.
Well, this is our war. We're appeasing Tracy like Chamberlain appeased Hitler. We're waving pieces of paper around while she's off annexing the Sudan.
Sudetenland? I knew you were going to sleep.
I didn't say it, Roy. The point is I want a little baby of our own more than anything. I really do.
So do I.
And I'll support you, but not at any cost. She can't go on treating us like this.
No.
We've got to insist that she tells Ken and Deirdre about the baby, and we've got to really mean it.
So what you mean is that we have to stop being Chamberlain and start being Churchill?
Exactly.
I think you're right. I shall go and see her tomorrow. I shall refuse to compromise, and I shall tell her that she can't trample over us anymore.
That's the spirit, Roy.
Yes. It's time to fight, Tracy. On the beaches.
One for you, one for me, and one for Oily Bob, or tomorrow's float in this case.
It's quite a lot, isn't it?
How much did you spend on your wedding?
More than that.
Yeah, a lot more. And how much compensation are you going to get for being humiliated in front of everybody that you know?
None.
Shelley, this doesn't even begin to pay you back.
Lucy, I don't like it. I mean, it's like stealing, isn't it?
No, it's only stealing if it doesn't belong to you. I own half this business, right? And I'm giving it to you. Think of it as direct compensation from Peter. He owes us this and a lot more besides. We've got to take it while we can before he sells up.
Yeah, but, you know...
It's only money. Think of all those things that money can't buy. All those shattered dreams, all those plans you made for the future, all that love that you gave him, which he just spat right back in your face.
Yeah.
He can't pay us back for what he's done. It's impossible. So all we can do is take some tiny revenge, and that is seeing Peter banged up, bankrupt and broken. Don't you want to see that?
Yeah. That's exactly what I want.
Look, you might not be feeling maternal now, but once the baby's born, everything changes, Tracy.
Not for me, it won't.
There is no way you're going to be able to give your flesh and blood up to someone else. No way.
I'm not listening.
And just think about the effect it'll have on Roy. You've already driven the poor man to nearly kill himself.
Yeah, well, then I owe him something, don't I?
Something that you're not actually going to be able to give him.
We'll see.
You're kidding yourself, Tracy, and you're kidding the croppers.
And you are wasting your time.
I tell you, when push comes to shove, her hormones are going to be all over the place. She's just going to finish up breaking their hearts.
I've been thinking about it.
I've thought about nothing else.
I'm not even sure the baby's Roy's.
Why not?
Well, I never did believe they did anything that night. And I've just got this terrible feeling that she's trying to con him into believing he's the father.
Why would she do that? And if it's not Roy's, whose is it?
Perhaps we should buy Tracy a small present.
I've already given him £5,000.
Yeah, well, she wasn't best pleased with us telling Ken and Deirdre yesterday. I just think a small gift might help to ease any slight tension that might be between us.
I want a word with you two.
Good morning, Tracy.
Have you got any idea of the grief that I've been getting?
Yeah, I'm sorry to hear about that.
Yeah, and I've got another 6 months of it to come now, haven't I?
We just thought that Ken and Deirdre had a right to know.
No, you thought that if you told them it'd be harder for me to back out the deal. Well, let me tell you something. I'm not backing out the deal. I want what you owe me.
I bet you do.
So listen to me, Tootsie. After last night, I was so close, that close, to ringing up the clinic and getting another appointment.
But you didn't?
No, I didn't. And not because my mum knows all of a sudden. No, if I wanted an abortion, I'd just have one. She'd have to deal with it. No, all I want now, all I care about is that money. So I hope you've started saving.
We have.
Good. And if my mum tells you that after the birth I'll get all mushy and hormonal, take no notice.
Does that mean you've told her that we'll be bringing the child up?
Yes. But she doesn't know about the money, so from now on, please keep your trap shut. Tell no one now unless I say otherwise.
As you wish.
Right. I want tea and toast on the house.
A full fat milk, I presume, for the baby's bone development.
Just bring it over.
A little present might be a good idea. There's definitely a slight tension between us.
At the time she was seeing him, she thought Wally Bannister was a millionaire.
I see. So you think my daughter got herself pregnant so she could trap herself a millionaire?
And then when she found out he was just a millionaire's gardener, she ran a mile. But by then it was too late. She was already pregnant, so she was trying to pass it off as Roy's.
But if she didn't want it, why didn't she just get rid of it?
Well, she was planning to at one point, and we know how Roy reacted to that. Maybe she just had an attack of conscience.
Shh. Is that you, Tracy?
Yep. The girl with the burning ears. Change the subject yet?
No, we haven't.
Right, well then I'll go and get my bath.
Well, before you go, Tracy, I want to ask you something. This child that you're carrying...
No, I'm bored of this now.
Is it Wally Bannister's?
What?
Is Wally Bannister the father of your child?
You've got to be joking.
I'm deadly serious, Tracy.
Is it Wally's?
No, so just shut up about it, will you?
Do you think she's telling the truth?
I don't know what to think.
Well, I think we should tell Roy.
Is the owner in?
He's a bit busy at the moment.
Now, where do I know that voice from?
Oh, well, if he's too busy, I'll just pay for these and be on my way.
but you just couldn't resist, could you?
No. I do love a chocolate digestive.
A long way to come for a packet of biscuits, babe.
Our offices were a long way to come for legal advice you didn't want.
Ah, but it was a legal advisor that I wanted, and now that you've had time to think about it, it's the handsome shop owner that you want, isn't it?
Is he for real?
You get used to it.
But you know, ladies, there's a tragedy looming over the horizon here. Because yesterday, your professional ethics left me rejected and heartbroken, yes?
Well, like the lady says, you get used to it.
Ah, but today, the shoe is in danger of being on the foot, because just as you don't date clients, I can't date customers. No, against the shopkeeper's very strict code of conduct. So I beg of you, Miss Sharma, please, for the sake of our future happiness, please don't buy the biscuits.
How much are they?
99p.
Which is a rip-off.
Cheaper in a supermarket.
That's true.
Go straight to your hips.
Keep the change.
Bye.
Hey, hang on now, stop. Come on, I was joking about the hips. Listen, the date, what about Friday? Irony, huh?
Well, I think you should get some proof before you drop this on Roy.
How can you get proof? The only person who knows for certain is Tracy, and you can't believe a word she says.
Morning.
Oh, morning, Emily.
Morning.
Look, if the croppers are going to end up looking after this baby, they're entitled to know all the facts.
Is everything all right?
No, it isn't actually. We found out Tracy's news last night.
Ah.
Why didn't you tell me, Emily?
I thought it was Tracy's place to do that. But now that she has...
Oh, she didn't. Oh, no, she didn't tell us. We had to rely on the croppers for that. If it had been left to you and Tracy, we'd still be living in ignorance.
Oh, I'm sorry if you feel let down.
I thought we were friends.
We are.
Then how could you keep something like this from me?
Well, it wasn't easy.
I didn't want to start until you got here. I don't know, but it looks serious. Sorry to keep you, Kev.
Oh, that's all right. No, sit down.
What seems to be the trouble?
Well, I've got something on my mind I need to share with you. I don't want to upset you, but I think you should know. There's a possibility you may not be the father of Tracy's child.
I heard that one all right.
Must have done. So why isn't he doing out?
Because he's scared of my dad.
Well, I bet they're doing the nuts in there. Sooner or later they're going to proper lose it.
Tracy thought she was using him, but in fact it was the other way around. Wally was using her.
I don't know what to say.
I'm sorry, Roy.
So you think that she got herself pregnant by this man because she thought he was a millionaire? And then when she found out he wasn't, she blamed Roy?
I asked her face to face and she denies it. But I have to say, I still think it's a distinct possibility.
Where is she now?
Back home.
Right. I'm going to have this out with her once and for all. You've been conning us. You've been conning us all along.
What now?
Ken has just told us about this Wally person.
Oh, Roy, you mean?
You know who I mean.
This is true, Tracy.
Oh, thanks, Dad. Thanks a million.
Well, they've a right to know the truth. We've all got a right to know.
And if you've got a decent bone in your body...
I am telling you the truth.
If you've got a single shred of decency, you'll tell us all now, once and for all.
But Wally Bannister is not the father. And you have got no right to go around spreading lies about my personal life. Haven't I been embarrassed enough?
Embarrassed? What about us? You nearly split us up. You drove this good and decent man to the brink of suicide.
Please, don't upset yourself, Hayley.
Has it all been a hoax? Has it all been a cruel and nasty joke? Is that all it is, Tracy? Is it? Is that all it is?
No!
But what makes you so sure that it's not Wally's baby?
Please, just tell us the truth, Tracy.
What makes you so sure that it's not Wally's baby?
Well, the dates. Look, I know my own body. It's not Wally Bannister's, and if you don't believe me, well, there's nothing I can do about that. So please, just leave me alone.
What are we going to do now? How can we ever believe anything she says?
Well, you could always ask Wally himself.
What, are you still in touch with him?
No.
But Blanche did put his mobile number in the address book. You could give him a ring.
Hello again.
Hi. It's Ian.
Dave, someone see you?
Look who it is. Nothing wrong with the biscuits, I hope.
I haven't come to return them, if that's what you're thinking.
So,
I've decided if you're willing to risk breaking the shopkeeper's code of conduct you were talking about.
No, I am. Well, yeah, no, it could be, yeah.
Well, I could do lunch tomorrow. Pick you up from here around 1. Would that be convenient?
Well, I could pick you up.
Oh, no, I need my car.
Okay. No, that would be most convenient, yeah.
Okay, see you then.
Yeah. I look forward to it.
Mr. Bannister?
Hello?
Roy Cropper. I rang earlier.
Oh, yeah, you found it then.
I'm grateful to you seeing me at short notice like this.
Yes, well, I could have come to see you later in the week, you know.
Yeah, I couldn't wait. I'm sorry.
No, well, anyway, I think it's a good thing for prospective customers to come and see the work for themselves, you know. You can't be too careful these days, can you? A lot of con men about, you know. Yeah, 3 weeks listening to Gardener's Question Time, a Titchmarsh library book, and they call themselves professionals. Yes. Anyway, I think if you want to know what a man can really do, you've got to see it with your own eyes.
That's what I thought.
Yes. So, what do you think then?
Oh, very, very nice.
Yes, well, if you'll just bear with me a minute. I've nearly finished.
Oh, of course.
The Merry Widow, she wants cauliflowers next summer, you know. I'll introduce you to her in a minute. Yeah, then you can get a glowing reference directly from the horse's mouth, as it were. And I do mean that quite literally. I mean, she's a lovely woman, but it's very hard to look her in the face without wanting to give her a carrot. You don't know her, do you?
No.
No. Yes, where did you get my number from? Was it one of my other customers?
It was Tracy Barlow. You might remember her as Tracy Preston.
She recommended me as a gardener.
I'm not here to talk about gardening, Mr. Bannister.
You're not her husband, are you?
No.
Well, I mean, I met her father.
Please, I'm not going to attack you.
Yeah, are you sure?
Promise you.
Why are you here, then?
To find out the truth.
Look, listen, there was a bit of a misunderstanding between me and Tracy, I admit that, but it cost me the best job I've ever had. The wife made me resign shortly afterwards, and look at me now, I'm self-employed, I've got 2 days a week here and another afternoon somewhere else. I'm barely scraping a living.
Look, I know that Tracy spent the night with you on at least one occasion.
So?
Forgive me for asking impertinent questions, but I do need to know. Did you and Tracy ever... Did you ever engage in activities of a carnal nature?
Well, we had a couple of beef burgers once.
Please, Mr. Bannister.
Listen, will you? I'm a red-blooded man, and if it's offered to you on a plate, which it is in my line of work sometimes, you know, now and again, you take the Lady Chatterley option, don't you? I mean, the Merry Widow there, sometimes I've got to fight her off with a rake. It's no hardship, but Tracy, well, she was a young, attractive woman, wasn't she?
So, you did.
A gentleman never says.
But you did.
Come on. We're both men of the world.
I see.
Hey, what's up? You all right?
There is something that you ought to know about Tracy.
Well, she's all right, isn't she?
She's pregnant.
I never touched her.
Thanks very much, love. Ta-ra.
How do you? Come on, out. You can't come in here with that.
Why not? Yeah, thought you might like to see it. Soon as you bought it.
I heard enough of it at dinner time, thank you very much.
It's a beauty, isn't it?
Rosie, can I help you, love?
I'm just choosing some sweets.
Yes, well, don't take all day about it.
Problem is, so much to choose from.
I've got my eye on you two. And I know what you're up to, you know.
What are you doing stood there?
Keeping watch.
Norris.
Well, perhaps there was a bit of slap and tickle went on, you know.
You were implying more than that until you knew she was pregnant.
Well, perhaps I did sleep with her.
Well, either you did or you didn't.
All right, I did. But the baby... Well, it couldn't be mine, Mr. Cropper.
Why not?
Look, I was born and bred in Oldham, you know, the home of the tubular bandage. Do you know what the name of our train station is?
Mumps?
Oldham Mumps, yeah. Met my wife there, waiting for a train to Manchester. I still get a tear in my eye every time I drive past it, which I do quite often going to see my mum. She's 94, you know, still going strong. And she's the woman who nursed me through mumps when I was 15 years old. She used to say the name of the station after me. And why am I telling you this?
I've no idea.
Look, I've been married 41 years now, and in all that time my wife's had to put up with a lot. Everything, in fact, except the patter of tiny feet. And the reason I could never give her the child she wanted was that I had the mumps when I was 15 years old. There were no vaccinations in them days, so if you got the mumps at 15, it was goodbye to the family allowance. And that's what happened to me. My wife used to think she was stony ground, but after a long time we realised it was the seeds that were at fault. And she's still stuck with me. Do you know, if you weren't so obviously involved in all this, I would like nought better than to say I was the stud who got Tracy up the duff. But I've got more chance of becoming a proper bona fide millionaire than I've of ever becoming a father.
I'm very sorry.
Yeah, well. Have you got money?
No.
It would seem then that you are the father of this child.
I think it would, yes.
Okay, brilliant.
Can we for a drink, Hayley? No, better not.
Oh, come on, Hayley, don't be such a bore.
I've got to get straight back home to race tonight. I'll see you later.
What's up with her? She's been on pins all afternoon.
Oh, now, don't start, Gail. Candice is a nice girl and she's been through a lot lately.
Yeah, I know.
Yes, well, don't go jumping in at the deep end.
Don't worry. To what happened with Sarah, I've learnt my lesson.
Good. Because meddling in your children's relationships, believe me, never does any good in the long run.
Yeah, I know. Anyway, I'm really going to try this time.
Off you go.
I'm so pleased for you, Roy.
For us, Hayley. Be pleased for us.
I am. Are you sure he was telling the truth?
Yes.
Oh. I've been thinking, though, even if Wally isn't the father, it don't mean to say there isn't another Wally out there somewhere.
And there's none that Ken and Deirdre are aware of.
And once the baby's born and Tracy's got her money, there's nothing to stop her inventing an imaginary Wally just to keep the child to herself. And Miss Shauna says we won't be able to insist on a paternity test. Legally, as things stand, we've no rights at all.
Well, we just have to trust her then.
But we can't.
What else can we do?
I've been sitting at work all afternoon, praying with all my heart that this baby's yours, Roy. We've been through such a lot to get this far. We nearly split up over it. But today we've had an insight into how we might feel if we're ever to lose it. And we can't let that happen, can we?
No.
We've got to stop being so naive and relying on trust. Now, telling Ken and Deirdre worked out. We've got to carry on now, being more assertive.
But in what way?
We need to take Miss Shauna's advice. If we want to guarantee your rights as a father before the baby's born, then you and Tracy are going to have to get married. Just for once, the unfairness of it all works in our favour. Because the government don't recognise us as man and wife, you're free to marry somebody else.
Hayley, I'm married to you.
I know, but...
You're the only woman I ever want to be married to.
Right, it's a legal document, a piece of paper.
One that we don't have.
Well, does that make you feel any less married? Are we less of a married couple than anybody else?
I am married to you in body and soul and in everything that matters.
Exactly.
But I can't just suddenly unmarry you.
You wouldn't have to.
Well, in that case, I think you're talking about me committing bigamy.
See, you're thinking like a boil already.
Someone's making an effort today?
Well, don't I always?
This is all for the chocolate digestives woman, is it?
Maya. Her name is Maya, yes?
Yeah, whatever her name is. Just remember when she comes, I'm entitled to a dinner hour as well.
Well, don't worry, you'll get one.
Quick, give us some tea bags. I've just nipped out like new boys in the back.
Down there on the right.
Yep. Ah, Nick keeping you on your toes, is he?
I've got nothing to say to you, Martin.
Fine, makes no difference to me. We never speak again.
Good.
But don't treat your own daughter like that.
How I treat my daughter's none of your business.
Look, why don't you come round and see her sometime? It's all right, don't worry, I'll make myself scarce.
Wrong brand, I'll get me one, thank you.
Oh, ring her. You must be dying to speak to her. No, she wants to speak to you.
Thank you.
Peter, will you ring me on my mobile? Just let me know you're all right, will you? I'm starting to worry about you, man.
Hey! What is this? A pub or a call centre?
I'll be with you in a minute, Les, all right? Look, I won't tell anybody where you are. Just get in touch.
Kieran?
I gotta go. Wait.
Who's that?
Sanita,
Just don't make personal calls behind the bar, okay?
it was business. I was seeing if she was going in for dinner. Don't call it telesales.
Shut it and serve Les.
Fine.
You read my mind. Any word from your Peter yet, Ken? No. He's probably on honeymoon. Has it been wet this week?
I'm trying to read my paper, if you don't mind.
I'd be worried if I were you, Ken.
Would you?
One wife's bad enough to bleed you dry. Isn't that right, Jacko?
You're not wrong, Cop.
But two of them, together, running your business. Ooh. You won't be able to sell it soon. It'll be shut in a couple of weeks.
Set the nose of him, Kenneth.
Les, it's not in our interest to shut it down.
Yeah, but let's be honest. A barmaid and a flower girl. When it comes to horses, you're clueless, aren't you?
Listen, Lucy and Shelley are doing a good job over there.
Thank you, Jack.
Nah, you should get some kind of manager in, Ken.
Shut up, Les.
Someone that knows the ropes.
The place is running like clockwork.
Well, it is your lad's interest we're
Can I
talking
have a
about.
word with you, Les?
I mean, he has got a kid and two wives to support.
Will you shut up?
Yes, will you shut up?
Hey, I'm only trying to be neighbourly.
Can I explain something to you, Les? First race today at Newmarket, Albert's Flying Header. It's a nap in every paper. Ladbrokes, 11 to 10. Stanley's 11 to 10. Peter Barlow's 11 to 1. So why don't you just shut up? Quietly sneak over there and put every penny you've got on Albert's Flying Header before they find out their mistake. And shall we hear no more about putting paying managers in?
Hey, watch me pint. I'll be back in 5 minutes.
Les. That 50 quid I owe you.
Got it.
On the nose. Point dinner for you. Still point dinner for you, Jack.
Leave it to me, boys. Whoa!
It's back to the orders. No, actually, I've got to get back. There's something me and Roy have got to do.
Afternoon delight.
Hardly. See you.
See you, love. Katie? Katie?
Hiya.
How are you?
Okay.
Were you going to blank me then?
No, I didn't see you.
Listen, we can't go on like this. Why don't you just try talking to your dad?
Is there any point?
Angela, what are you doing? Get in here!
I don't think so, do you?
Just what is this about, Roy?
I think we should wait for Hayley to get here. She won't be long.
Look, take no notice of my mum and dad. Wally Bannister's got naught to do with this, baby. You're just going to have to take my word
I met
for
him
that.
yesterday.
What?
I went to see Mr. Bannister.
How did you do that?
Ken gave me his phone number.
He's got no right to do that.
I had to know the truth, Tracy. Now, let's just wait for Hayley to get here.
The truth? Wally Bannister doesn't know the truth. He doesn't know when my last period was. Anyway, you can't believe a word that man says. He's a con man and he's a liar.
Well, he told me the baby couldn't possibly be his.
Did he?
He spoke quite movingly of his infertility. He said he contracted mumps as a teenager. Now, I know he fooled you into believing that he was a millionaire, but I'm sure he was telling the truth about this.
Yeah, well, it's not the sort of thing a man lies about, is it? Firing blanks.
No.
Right. So you know he can't be the father?
I am convinced of that, yes.
Good. So I'm here for an apology, am I?
Well, I do apologise to Tracy if over the last few days our behaviour has upset you in any way.
Oh, well, just a bit, yeah.
I've got you a little present. It's a gesture of goodwill, peace offering. It's antenatal massage cream. I'm sure it's very good for stretch marks.
Sorry I'm a bit late.
Ah, now then, let's get down to business.
I saw you. You went across the street to speak to her.
She's me daughter.
Look, if we show signs of weakness now, they'll think they've won.
I was going to try and explain why you're doing what you're doing.
She knows why.
I was going to try and get her to see things from your point of view, but then what happened?
I thought we'd
You're
agreed not to
shouting
talk
across
to
the
her.
street at me like some dog off its lead.
You actually went out your way.
Oh, Martin Platt may be bad, but he treats Katie with more respect than you've just shown me.
What are you doing? Hey, don't be going back out here to speak to her.
I am going to the pub for my dinner, because if I stay here, you're going to end up with my knife and fork up your nostrils.
Although we are now convinced that Mr. Bannister is not the father, this whole episode has put a certain element of doubt in our minds.
Look, trust me.
Why should we trust you?
If you were suddenly to change your mind.
I won't.
But if you did...
Look, are we talking paternity tests here? Because if we are, it's not a problem. Look, when the time comes, I'll hand over the baby, you hand over the money. You can take it away, you can do as many paternity tests as you like. I couldn't care less.
It's not just a question of that. If after the birth you were to change your mind...
Oh, this is my mum, isn't it? Look, don't take any notice of her. I'm not interested in maternal bonds out like that.
You don't know how you're going to feel after the birth.
Look, the baby's yours.
If circumstances were to change...
Oh, am I wasting my breath here?
For whatever reason, if they were to change, the fact is, I don't actually have any legal rights.
What makes you think that?
We have taken some advice on the matter.
We're not as daft as you think.
Right then, so what's this going to take? Do you want some sort of contract?
In a way.
Okay. Then why don't we swap IOUs? I owe you one baby. Does that make you happy?
It wouldn't be legally binding.
Because this arrangement is basically illegal.
We have been advised that the only way that I can have any legal rights is if you and I were man and wife at the time of delivery.
What?
So, will you marry me, Tracy? Please, let me explain.
No way. Nobody would ever know. It'd all be done in secret.
If it's a question of conjugal rights, I can
Look,
assure you...
forget it. It's not going to happen.
It'd mean the baby wouldn't be born out of wedlock.
You've got no chance.
Perhaps I should have gone down on one knee.
What's up? You give her presents, she throws them back in your face. You try to be reasonable, she doesn't listen. We've got to be more assertive.
I can't force her to marry me.
No, but we can't just trust her either.
What else can we do?
When we forced the issue by telling Ken and Deirdre she was pregnant, she just had to deal with it, and it worked to our advantage, so let's force the issue again.
How?
Before I go back to work, let's go round to her house and lay down the law. Let's tell her either she marries you or the deal's off.
Don't you have stuff to do errands like that for you?
What you mean is, couldn't you send Kieran round so we could have stolen a few precious moments together?
I'm not like that.
Blimey, you were on the phone to him only an hour ago.
I haven't spoken to him all day.
Haven't you?
No.
Oh, sorry, must have been someone else.
Is the Lord and Master in?
He's not my Lord and Master.
Good for you.
Dev.
Hi.
And as if by magic, the shopkeeper appeared.
So, where are you taking me?
There's a pub down the road.
Oh, at the Rovers. I was expecting a trendy eatery.
Oh, can you make do with a local drinkery?
If you insist.
Don't forget me.
No, I won't.
You're meant to be relieving me. I mean, so as I can go for my dinner.
Yeah, I know.
Don't worry, I've only got an hour. We'll be getting you back safe and sound.
I just think it's a very dangerous strategy.
What other strategy have we got? Wait and see, fingers crossed.
What if she calls our bluff?
What's the worst thing she could do?
Have an abortion.
Well, she's past that stage now. She could have done that in the beginning.
She was going to.
But money talked, and it always will talk to her.
She said she thought about it again after we told Ken and Deirdre.
But she didn't do it. She was so angry with us, but she didn't do it because all she cares about is money. You only have to look at how she behaved with Wally Bannister to see that. So if we can convince her that she's going to lose the money, if she thinks we really mean what we say, then in the end she'll have to marry you.
The girl in the shop.
Sunita.
Is she pining for her boss?
Hmm? No, not at all. No. In fact, that's her fiancé over there.
Shelley, we're out of lemons.
No, we're not.
But yeah, I just nipped down to the shop. It'll be only 2 minutes.
I've just been, Kieran. Kieran!
She could do a lot better.
I just got the feeling there was something between you two.
Seriously?
Yeah.
No, just a normal working relationship.
I'll take your word for it.
Yeah. Anyway, never mind about Sunita. What about you?
What about me?
Tell me about yourself.
What do you want to know?
Well, how did you get interested in law for a start?
I'm not. I'm interested in justice. I think people deserve a fair crack of the whip, and I like helping them to get it.
Well, a woman with a social conscience.
I'm a woman with rent to pay and a cat to feed, and I needed a job. What about you? How'd you get interested in shops?
I'm not. Nah, I just think that people deserve convenient access to a wide range of food and drink, and I like helping them get it. I also do a good line in cat food. It's...
I'll bear it in mind.
So what do you prefer, Ally McBeal or L.A. Law?
Early alley.
We mean what we say.
You mean what we say?
We'll show her.
We will.
No more Mr. Nice Guy.
No more Mr. Nice Guy.
Oh, come to give me an engagement ring.
Right, listen to us, Tracy. We don't trust you and we want some guarantees. Now, you expect us to believe that for £20,000 you could go through the agony of childbirth and then hand over your own baby?
Yeah.
And yet you won't go through a secret 5-minute wedding service and a quickie divorce?
That's about the size of it.
Well, we think that if you're not prepared to commit to the latter...
Then you have no intention of going through with the former.
What? In other words, we don't believe you. So, either you prove your commitment by marrying Roy...
Or the whole deal's off.
Right then. Deal's off.
So you don't think we might have been too assertive then?
I'm telling you, Roy, she's just calling our bluff, hoping we'll cave in.
Maybe we should. Maybe we shouldn't have mentioned marriage in the first place.
Roy, if she doesn't marry you, you'll have no rights at all. We could lose our child altogether.
We might have lost it already. Not much of a memento, is it? Not quite the same as a framed school photograph on the mantelpiece.
Oh, we'll have one of them. Don't you worry. We'll have a whole wall of them. Just got to stand firm. You'll see. She'll be round here later with a tail between her legs.
Look, Peter, if you get this, ring me, please.
I don't know why you keep trying after what he's done. Anyway, haven't we got more important things to think about? Like our daughter giving her baby away.
Yeah, well, she's not now, so you don't have to.
What, does that mean you've changed your mind?
No. No, the Croppers did.
But why? They seem so keen.
Yeah, they did, didn't they? You know, in fact, everything was going just fine until you two stuck your oar in.
But they know that it's not Wally's now, so why?
Well, you probably got them thinking, didn't you? They're probably wondering who else's it might be. I know, why don't you draw up a list, give it to them, it'll save them some time.
Well, I can't say I'm sorry that they've changed their mind. I couldn't stomach the thought of you giving it away like that. A child's place is with its mother.
Not when the mother doesn't want it.
Oh, Tracy, don't say that. You'll feel differently once it's born.
I'll feel a lot worse. Flaming hell, I was only keeping this because of them. What am I going to do now?
Grin and bear it.
Don't be as stubborn as each other. Can't you see that one of you's got to make the first move?
I don't see why it should be me.
Because you're the grown-up. You're supposed to be more mature. If you wait for her to do it, you wait forever. She's head over heels in love, or she thinks she is, and she's not going to give that up for her dad, is she?
So what can I do? Because I can't just sit back and accept it.
Tom, I've tried telling you before, but you refuse to listen. Half the fun for teenagers is kicking against the parents. If she's got nought to kick against, well, maybe she'll lose interest.
So I'm just supposed to pretend that I don't mind? Well, how can I do that when every time I think of it, I think of her shacked up with that nonsense?
Well, there you go again, getting all wound up. I'm not asking you to give them your blessing. I'm asking you to be civil to her.
And you really think that'll work?
Well, it's worth a try, isn't it?
Do you think we might have discussed it all first?
Sorry?
Well, your rather impetuous offer for us to be surrogate parents.
Don't be daft. Tracy'll be bringing it up. We'll just be helping out.
Yeah, well, that amounts to the same thing, doesn't it? She'll be off with every Tom, Dick and Harry, leaving us here holding the baby, literally.
You don't have a lot of faith in her, do you?
Yeah, with good reason.
Well, you could say the same about Peter. It doesn't stop you caring about him, does it? Anyway, I'd have thought you'd have jumped at the chance after what's just happened with Simon.
Yeah, well, being a grandparent to a child is a very different matter from bringing one up. All right, helping to bring one up. Look, I'm 64 years old, dear. I should be enjoying my retirement, not changing nappies and having to go without sleep.
Oh, right. I might have known it'd be all about you. And don't use your age as an excuse. You never were that hot on parenthood.
No, that's a cheap shot.
Yeah, but it's true, though, isn't it? I mean, you're all concerned now that Peter's safely out of the way and you can't actually do anything. But when it comes to something that you can do something about, like Tracy, well, you just can't be bothered.
Is Katie in?
Yeah. Yeah, I'll just let her know that you're here.
Martin, are you coming back to bed? Oh, what? I didn't expect to see you here.
Obviously.
I think I'll leave you to it.
No. What if she's got to say she can say to both of us? Well?
I think your dad's ready to talk.
Oh, and I'm supposed to feel flattered?
Katie, he feels bad about the way things are, and he just wants to break the ice, that's all. So we'll be in the Rovers at dinner time, and I just thought that you might fancy popping in.
What's the point?
To try and patch things up, that's the point. You're his daughter, he misses you, and he's your dad. Don't tell me you like the way things are.
Oh, come on, Katie. At least we can meet him halfway.
Yeah, well, it's not going to change out. I'm not leaving Martin.
Yeah, he knows that. So, will you come?
I don't know, I'll have to think about it.
OK, then, right, we might see you there.
Well, at least it gets you out of here, instead of hiding your face all the time.
Yeah, and that's another reason for not going. Oh, you know what it'll be like, everyone whispering and staring.
So, let 'em. Unless you're ashamed to be seen with me.
No.
Well, take me out, flaunt me. Let's make 'em jealous.
So, maybe Kieran's still in touch with him. So what? Well, what if he's told him what we're up to, taking over the bookies and that? There's not much he can do about it, is there? Not unless he shows his face, and he wouldn't dare do that. Look, Shelley, we'll be fine as long as we stick together. It's not like we're doing anything wrong, is it?
Any road. It'll be out of our hands soon.
How do you mean?
Well, when the place is sold.
What, and you really think I'm going to give up then? I mean, who does he think he is anyway? The cheek of him trying to sell this place behind our backs, leaving us high and dry. Every time I see that sign, I just... In fact, you know what? I'm going to take the flaming thing down.
Tracy, all right?
Yeah, I'm fine, yeah.
I'm on my dinner hour now, so how about I test you?
Oh, not today, Steve. I'm not in the mood.
It's your exam next week. You're not going to say that then and all, are you? Put my neck on the line for you here.
All right, I know. So where are you going for your dinner?
Going in the cafe.
Well, make it the Rovers and you're on. But you've got to buy the drinks.
There, that's better. And we'll put up a sign and all, under new management. If he thinks he can put one over on us, he's got another thing coming.
Kieran. Peter. Am I glad to see you? Are we okay? Yeah. Why didn't you ring me, man? We've been going off our heads. We? I mean, your dad. Well, I was going to, but I mean, I just didn't know what to say. I still don't, to be honest. Did you get any message about the girls taking over the bookies? Yeah. I've just seen them taking down the for sale sign. The nerve of them, man. The sooner you get back here, the better. Yeah, well, I'm going to go around there, sort things out. Good for you, man. Get in there and show them that you haven't lost your fight. There you go.
Oh, flipping heck, that's all I need.
Just give him a chance, eh?
No, I won't. I don't mind Candy's going out with my brother, but I'm not putting up with her shacking up with my dad. Come on.
I've got me...
Come on! Hiya. Well, that was a good idea.
Hey, come on, chin up.
Pint bitter, is it?
Oh, yes, please.
Another Diet Coke, please.
You will, yeah? Seeing as how you're underage.
Wait. Right, let's say you wanted to get to the Royal Northern College of Music. How would you do it?
Learn to play an instrument?
Very funny.
Yeah, well, I don't know, do I?
Can't find it in the contract. I'm not sure why. This is one of... What the hell are you doing here?
It is his business, Lucy.
Not anymore, it's not. You forfeited the rights to it when you ran off. So you can get out of here now.
Look, I've not come here to have a fight with you, OK? I haven't. I just want to sort a few things out, that's all.
It's a bit late for that, isn't it?
Let him say what he has to say.
Thanks.
I didn't... Look, I don't want you to think I just ran off, because I didn't, OK? I just needed some time to get my head together, that's all. I feel terrible about what I did to you.
Oh, my heart bleeds.
And I just, you know, want a chance to make amends.
Oh, and you think that putting the bookies up for sale behind our backs is a way of doing it, do you? You think you can just pocket the money, leave us with a load of platitudes? Well, forget it, Peter. Legally, I'm entitled to half of everything that's yours. Yeah? And I'm going to make sure that Shelley gets her due and all.
Yes, but you don't have to, because that's what I'm trying to say to you. As soon as it's sold, you can have half. You know? 3/4, whatever you want. That's why I put the bookies up for sale. OK? Not because I wanted to rip you off. It's just my way of... I don't know, just at least trying to give you both something back.
Yeah. Right, how do we know you're going to stick to it?
Well, I can put it in writing if you want. Or you can get your solicitor onto it or whatever. But I'm not going to back out, OK? I'm not. That's the least I can do for both of you.
Could say that again.
Anyway, that's it. That's all I came to say.
Great. Well, you said it, so you can get out.
And, how's Simon?
None of your damn business.
And how are you, Shell? I mean, how's the pub and that? And is your mum all right?
You heard what she said. Get out.
4 generations in one house, eh?
Wonder what Blanche will say.
Oh, I think we'll leave that one till she gets back.
So how's it going with Candice? Well, you'd reckon we're engaged the way my mum's acting. She's only invited around for a tea. I mean, I don't want anything serious, just want a bit of fun.
Well, at least she's been all right about it. Unlike my parents.
Hey, at least they took the first steps. That's what we're doing here. We're supposed to be meeting up with them. You don't fancy refereeing, do you?
No, sorry. You all right, ladies? You look a bit upset.
Peter's back. But I suppose you knew that already.
Only with a look on your face. Give you a hard time, did he?
Get us a couple of brandies. Did Peter give you any bother with being in the bookies? No. Just the opposite. In fact, he reckons he wants to give us a share of the profits when it's sold.
Yeah, right, so he says.
Well, he seemed pretty genuine to me. Well, that's something. And at least now he's back, you can let him run the place.
Over my dead body. We've nothing in writing yet. The whole thing could just be a ploy to make us give up. Well, we're not going to.
I'll get us a drink.
Well, he doesn't look like they're coming. Why don't we just go?
Too late for that, I'm afraid.
I'll be out just watching the football.
Let's drink, OK?
Did you know they were going to be here?
No, honest. All right, so I thought they might be here.
Right, I'm off.
Oh, please, Tom, remember what we agreed.
I said I'd be civil to her, didn't include him.
Now, what good's one without the other? We'll never win her back that way.
I love you too.
Right.
This ain't gonna work. Have you seen the look on his face?
Yeah. Nothing a pint won't cure. Hiya. Can I get you a drink?
No, you're all right. We'll get us on. Thanks, anyway.
Told you.
Hey, he's still here, isn't he? At least that's something.
Vera said I should come up. Come in.
Right. Now, we've all had time to calm down, haven't we? Time to think. Now, the way I see it is that you'd be miserable, wouldn't you, if you had to watch this kid grow up round the corner without you? Whereas I can't stand kids, so I reckon it'd be daft, wouldn't it, for us all to lose out for what, when it comes down to it, is just a piece of paper.
Well, exactly. That's what we were thinking and all.
Right, good. So we can go back to the way things were, yeah?
What?
Well, no more talk of stupid weddings.
I'm sorry. We just thought you were going to agree to our proposal.
You what? Haven't you been listening to a word I said? I'm not going to marry you. I was hoping you might have realised that by now.
I don't know what your problem is. You'll still get your money. It's just we'll have some comeback if you try and change your mind.
I won't change my mind. I've already said that.
Yeah, well, you say that now, but once you've had it...
Oh, you're as bad as my mum, you are. What do I have to do to convince you?
Mary Roy!
Do you know what you sound like, standing there begging me to marry your husband?
I'm not begging you. I'm telling you.
Right. Well, nobody tells me what to do. So until you two get that into your thick heads, the deal is still off.
Fine.
Look, it's probably not helping me being here, is it?
You're not leaving me on my own.
Well, go over there and say something to him then. We're not going to get anywhere this way, are we?
You know what I can't fathom is why he's still walking around a free man. Why is he still not behind bars?
Yeah, she has got a point, you know.
I suppose these things take time, don't they? Well, I can't see why. Case is clear-cut, isn't it?
Let's go through to the bar. I need to talk.
Well, go on then.
Oh, come with me.
Come on.
Hiya.
Hiya.
Nice to see you.
Yeah, you and all.
Well, this is all very cosy, isn't it?
Not now, Les.
You know, I'm surprised at you. I thought you'd have given him a good pasting. I know I would have done if he'd have laid a finger on either of my daughters. Especially at her age. And here you are acting all pally with him.
What do you know? How could you possibly know what's going on? Get off me! Don't even come near!
Sorry, love, I'm sorry.
See that? See that? That man's a nutter.
You all right?
Yeah, I'm fine. You okay?
Yeah.
Come on, let's go.
Well, no one asks how I am.
Of course they're going to prosecute. They have to, don't they?
No, not if they think no one's been harmed. I mean, why else are they taking so long unless they've got their doubts? I'm telling you, Shelley, he could walk away from this with nothing more than a caution.
So what are we going to do?
Make sure that he doesn't. I remember what my solicitor said. He said that if we can prove to them that you've suffered mental and emotional stress, then they have to prosecute.
I've already made my statement.
It doesn't matter, you can make another one. You could say that you didn't realise how badly affected you were until now. And you could use stuff like work. Say you haven't been able to face going into the pub with all your customers knowing that, I don't know, you can't sleep at night, that your nerves are frazzled.
Lie, you mean?
It's not lying, Shelley. What, are you telling me you're sleeping well? Because know that I'm not.
Neither am I, but, you know...
And didn't you say that you lost it and threw everyone out the pub that time, yeah? So your work has suffered.
Well, I suppose if you put it like that.
See, all you're doing is you're putting your case more clearly so that they realise how badly affected you've been.
Is there any more?
Why? You going to hit me if there isn't?
Eh? Where's this coming from? I don't hit you.
No, not yet, you haven't. First time you do, mate, I'm out that door.
It's not me picking a fight.
Makes a change.
Les Battersby were asking for it.
Les Battersby had naught to do with it. He was just a convenient target.
He thought you were being clever.
Oh, come on, man. Les Battersby does deserve a smack, even the police hit him.
You see, you've got Craig at it now. Punch in the mouth, that's your answer to everything, innit? This was our big chance to build some bridges, Tommy, but no doubt you've got a better way.
Yeah, best way of all. Go back to ignoring her and the perv altogether. Problem solved.
I was half hoping you'd come home and tell me that my mum had put my dad in hospital with a frying pan over his head after yesterday.
Yeah, sadly not. But Les Battersby, well, he can drive a saint to violence. Never mind his dad.
I hope you're not defending him.
Oh, no, but he can be all right pain in the gluteus maximus, as us nurses like to say.
Martin, everyone was making an effort yesterday.
Yeah.
And my dad couldn't stand that, so he tried to pick a fight. Best thing we can do is not have anything to do with him ever again. Okay?
Yeah, fine. Look, I'm not arguing. I'm a lover, not a fighter.
Yeah, I know. I'm glad.
Morning.
Morning.
Some fresh tea in the pot if you want some.
It's all right, I'll make myself a coffee. Excuse me.
Look, Deirdre, I had to go somewhere, didn't I?
Yeah, I think there's a few people round here could suggest which somewhere and all. So, what are your plans?
Well, I'll sort things out with Shelley and Lucy before I get sent down.
Don't think you mean get them to drop the charges?
No, I don't think there's any chance of that. Look, Deirdre, I did the crime, I do the time. My brief reckons I'll get 6 months.
You know, you're gonna have to stop smoking in the house.
Why, you trying to wean me off them before I go to prison?
No, I'm serious.
Yeah? Well, you packed up or something?
No, but I try not to in the house. Ken hasn't told you, has he?
Hmm? Are you not here? I thought you were too old.
Not me.
Morning.
Her?
What?
You?
What about me?
Who? Oh, come on, you're kidding, not Roy Cropper. Flaming hell, Trace.
So what time are you going to the police?
About tea time. Sergeant Dunn's in court all day.
Just don't change your mind, OK?
Why should I?
Well, Peter's bound to try and get at you.
Why, what's he going to do? Tap out messages in Morse code from next door? Oh, morning. Hiya.
Hi. You know what he's like. If he so much as dreamt you were going back to the police, he'd wheedle, whine and beg until he stopped you.
I do hope you credit my daughter with more sense than that. Oh, get us a cup of tea, love. I'm gagging.
Listen, if he does come looking for Shelley, I'm only across the road.
I don't think he'll dare show his face here. Excuse me? I don't need either of you to hold me coat while I sort that rat out, all right?
Right. Oh, sorry, Tracy.
No, don't bother me.
Well, it ought to bother you.
Are you going to start getting heavy with me now?
No, I'm not. It's nothing to do with me.
Glad you're back, though.
Really? Well, at least somebody is, then.
Because it keeps them off my back for a bit, doesn't it?
Yeah, we've not really been a credit to them, though, have we, Trace?
Oh, like their parents to look up to?
Look, we can't keep blaming them for everything. I mean, it's about time we took responsibility for our own lives. But Roy Cropper, though, that's a beaut, that is. You know what? I didn't think he had it in him, if you know what I mean.
Well, I'm glad you're amused.
No, I'm not amused. Honestly, I'm more gobsmacked than amused, love. I mean, what were you thinking? Were you on something? Not the pill, obviously, but Roy Cropper.
I'll see you later.
You off out?
Yes, I'm working. Streetcars.
How long have I been away? You're pregnant, Roy Cropper's handing round the cigars, you're driving cabs. Tell me, is there anything else I might have missed?
Your two wives running the bookies?
Ask for that, didn't I? So this baby, what are you going to do with it, then?
Like...
Well, I take it you're having it.
Well, it looks like it, doesn't it?
And keeping it.
Well, we'll have to wait till it's born. Roy and Hayley were going to bring it up.
Oh, right. Well, I'm glad you knocked that idea on the head.
Actually, it was them that changed their mind. And what has it got to do with you, anyway?
Tracy, I mean, I can understand you, not wanting to be saddled to a little un. But we're talking about this 50-year-old weirdo who walks around carrying a shopping bag and is married to a transsexual called Howard.
Harold.
Harold, whatever.
Anyway, not that I think it's any better, but Mum thinks it's a great idea if we all just bring it up together. Her dad and me. So does that make you happy?
Yes, I think that's a very good idea. Because dysfunctional we might be, but the Croppers, we are not.
Oh, well, I'm glad you approve. So when did you say you were going to prison?
Very good. See ya.
See ya.
We're meeting a Red Wreck.
Oh, for a romantic stroll with you in the muts. Sorry, Betty's hot pot's calling me.
Come to the Weatherfield. There's some cracking barmaids.
And what do we do with these?
Pretend you're blind and you're trying out new guide dogs.
Oh, that's sick!
And it wouldn't work anyway. I'll see you.
Oh, hi. How are you?
Fine.
Fine, miss.
We're thinking about going on holiday.
Oh, lucky you. I don't think me and Ken have ever felt more like a holiday than we do at the moment.
No, difficult times. How's Tracy?
Oh, she's fine. Actually, I think she's starting to come to terms with the situation.
Oh?
Yeah, we've had a talk and we've decided we're going to bring up the baby between us.
Ah. Look, Lucy, look, this is daft. You're a florist.
And you're a bigamist.
Nice paint.
Ta.
Worked here long?
Not long, no.
No, I'd have noticed. A looker like you. Fancy one.
No, ta.
So, what's your name, darling?
Is this the last point where I can go home empty-handed? I'm wondering whether I should ask the audience or phone a friend.
All these questions, it's like being on a flipping quiz.
Hey, I'm just trying to be friendly.
I don't do free drinks, you know, when landlord's not looking.
Hey, I'm no sponge. I can afford to buy my own drinks.
In the spare room last night, she was that mad with him.
Good.
How do you expect him to react? He calls Martin a perv, you know.
Oh, well, that's dead mature, innit?
Look, I'll see you.
Craig, you're my brother. You can still talk to me.
I can't, you know I will be.
Look, if it gets too much, then come round to me, Martins, yeah?
Do I look like I have a death wish? Hiya. Good day, pal. Yeah, I suppose. See ya.
Hiya.
Hiya. We were just on our way round to the shop to get something for tea.
No, well, don't bother doing me any. I'll be over there for a while yet. I had to send Boris home at dinner. Dodgy curry last night. Then I've got to finish off jointing the beef and then start the account, so I was wondering if you wouldn't mind keeping all of our Josh for a bit longer.
Of course. Time with my main man. No problem. Come on.
Could have belted you then. I still might. Anyone would believe it's self-defence.
Fine, do it if it'll make you feel better.
Oh, I'm talking to the pathetic Peter, am I? I was wondering which one you'd be. The pathetic one, the liar, that everything's Lucy's fault one.
Can we talk?
I've said everything I ever want to say to you. Oh, apart from I'm having that sham that we called a marriage declared null and void. Apparently, I have to add this humiliation to all the others. The good news is you're paying.
Fine, I'll pay whatever.
Is that all you've got to say? Have you any idea how humiliating it is to admit that my marriage, the wedding I always dreamed of, is worth absolutely framing nothing?
Of course I realise, love, of course.
Don't you dare call me that. Oh, and while we're having this conversation, which, by the way, will be our last ever, I've got something else to tell you. I'm going back to the police station in a minute, and I'm going to make another statement to tell them exactly how you've made my life hell, just in case they didn't realise the first time.
I don't blame you.
This woman really believes that you're a talent scout called Clint.
Women like a bit of romance. Better tell her next that than she's meeting the next con. Wrongly convicted though he may have been, called Leslie.
Yeah, you've got a point. Hey, I tell people I'm seeing a wild animal trainer, you know, like that crocodile bloke off telly. Trouble is, most people know it's Kirk.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with being Kirk, king of the kennels. You meet some right tasty women walking dogs. Or at least they used to.
What do you think you're doing in the chat-up king's jacket? Come on, charm doesn't rub off, you know.
So remember, yeah, lay it on thick. Tell them what he's been up to today. Sneaking around both of us, throwing me out the bookies.
I know what to say, Lucy.
I'm on my own. For the first time in my life, I would rather it be Jehovah's Witnesses.
Oh, don't be like that, love.
Well, how do you expect me to be? Especially after yesterday.
Well, that's what I'm here for, to say I'm sorry.
Oh, fine. Apology accepted.
Can we talk?
Does he know you're here?
No, but it will do if I stand here much longer.
Come on.
Bit of a problem, this, Mrs. Barlow.
It's Unwin, isn't it? Miss Unwin.
Yeah, sorry. Stupid of me. Anyway, I understand the CPS are about to make a decision any time now on this case.
So it's too late to add to what I said before?
By rights, you should have made what we call a full and frank statement the last time.
Well, I did, but I was in shock, wasn't I? I mean, there was too much going on in my head to sort things out.
Okay. If you can spell out the full extent of the emotional damage Peter Barlow has done to you, that's what I need to put him behind bars. And I'm sure you'll agree. That's where a bloke like this belongs, isn't it?
Oh, believe me, I've got plenty to tell.
It's been very hard for me. I'm still trying to get used to it. I'm trying to make up for it now. I don't want to lose you.
And what about my dad? Is he going to apologise?
Oh, be serious. He didn't even know me. I'm missing you, Kitty.
And what about how I feel? You've got distant family to talk to.
No, there's not much talking going on right now, I can tell you.
Yeah, well, if you just accept what I've done.
Oh, love, let's not go over that again, shall we? Anyway, I've got someone now. If you want me, that is.
'Cause I want you, you nutter. Oh, love, let's be friends, eh? I never wanted it any other way, Mum.
I've just been talking to Ashley.
Oh, yeah? What's he been up to?
Oh, working hard.
Like the rest of us, then.
He copes very well, doesn't he, all things considered?
He does indeed.
Mind you, he does have that nice young girl to help him.
Yeah, she was a real find.
I'm sure she'll be company for him, too.
Yeah, I suppose she will.
Especially now as the nights are drawing in. Apparently she's been working over there late on a regular basis. I don't know what Fred will think about it when he gets back.
No, but I'm sure you'll tell him. Hey, Norris?
I don't know anything. No, you see, I thought with you being close to Ashley, you might know something.
Actually, there is something I can tell you.
Oh, really?
Mm.
I knew there was something.
You are a nosy old woman and she'll keep his snout out of other people's business. But don't tell anyone I said that.
Customers aren't the only ones who can be damaged from driving fast over speed bumps, of course.
Is that a fact?
You do have your baby to think about. You also know perfectly well you shouldn't be drinking.
And I thought the deal was off.
Sorry?
Well, why should you care what happens to my little Sprog? Unless, of course, you're having second thoughts.
Look, when somebody supplements the statement, it's because some injury's been done to them since they first came to the police. It could be physical or emotional. Has he been violent with you in any way?
No.
Hitting you or sexually assaulting you?
He's never laid a finger on me.
And you're quite sure about that?
Positive.
Then it's got to be emotional. Has he been saying unpleasant things? Making threats, for example?
No.
Saying he'll kill you or get even with you if you go through with this?
No.
Has he been spreading malicious gossip about you? What about your job? Is that a problem now? Everything's come out? Do you feel humiliated being in the public eye? Has your good name gone down the pan because of him being the nasty, conniving cheat most of these men are? He's got to have done something. Miss Unwin?
I've changed my mind.
What?
I don't want to proceed with this.
Now, hang on.
I've made a mistake.
Look, if you're backing down because you're afraid of him, you can tell me, you know.
He's not like that, I assure you.
Then why did you come here?
Look, I'm really, really sorry if I've wasted your time.
There must have been something on your mind.
It's just what you've said. It's made me realise. But my original statement, that's all you needed to know.
Look, it was a very, very good half hour.
What are you doing?
Get out! Get out before I call the police!
No, not until I've seen my son. Look, it's not too much to ask, is it? I've done the decent thing. I'm letting you and Shelley have half the bookies once I've sold it.
Well, after practically destroying us both over the past year.
Please, Lucy, I'm begging you, let me see him, please. Look, anyway, I've got rights.
You have got no rights after what you've done. Anyway, it's all going to be academic soon, where you're going.
This is all down to you, isn't it?
What is?
Shelley got to see the coppers making another statement. I knew it.
It was her decision.
You knew she was going.
We talked.
You talked. Yeah, and I bet I know who did all the talking.
Don't you dare get high-handed with me.
You've been bending her ear. Because Shelley would never, ever have done anything like that on her own.
And Shelley's more clued up now than when you used to trample all over her.
Yes, she's more clued up now you've got your claws into her.
We're friends, Peter.
On your terms.
On an equal footing. And one of the many things we agree on is seeing you locked up for what you've done.
You did it. You instigated the whole thing.
Oh, you couldn't be more wrong, Peter. She wants it, I want it, and it's only going to be a matter of time before we get it.
Oh, you look worn out.
Aye. Well, that's all the accounts done for another 3 months. Which reminds me, I owe some extra cash for all the extra hours you've been doing.
Oh, no rush. I'll bring a list in tomorrow if you like.
Why don't we do it now, Mark? It's fresh in my mind. Don't like seeing it going without.
It's all right.
Hiya. All right. Yeah. I was just going to make some tea.
Just thought I'd see how you got on.
Yeah, well...
What happened?
Well, I went.
And?
And I said what you told me.
Brilliant. So, did you talk about all the distress he's caused, the humiliation?
Yeah, all that.
And what did they say?
They found it very interesting.
So, will it send him down?
Well, they said it shed a new light on everything.
Well, he came to see me earlier.
Really?
He said it was to see Simon, but I reckon it's because it's all starting to hit him.
Oh, what?
Well, the fact he's going to prison. He's been playing the nice guy so far, hasn't he? Take all you want, I deserve all I get. Well, he wasn't so nice this afternoon.
What did he say?
He thinks we're in league together, making up stories to send an innocent man to jail. Just his style, isn't it? Nice when it suits him, nasty when he's cornered.
Oh, I'm not sure he's nasty.
And what he did to us.
No, I meant nasty in manner.
The point is, you can't trust him from one minute to the next. He's a compulsive liar.
Well, I know that.
He might be all nice to your face, but the damage he causes with his lies... Well, not anymore. The place we're sending him's going to stop all that. Let's just hope he stays there and rots.
There you go, mate.
My word, that was quick.
What did I tell you, eh? It's straight into the action with that type of totty.
So what happened then?
I was round at her place in 10 minutes flat. Now look at me. Back home before me curfew. Another scalp on me belt.
That's a new piece, is it? Very nice.
True love and satellite navigation. It's got it all now.
My, but you're a hard woman to track down.
I thought men liked a good chase. So, do you always bring your women here?
Oh, women? Plural, is that how you see me?
Well, you must have had a few.
A few. We must have had a few men.
Well, do you always bring them here?
Only if they're attractive.
So you go out with unattractive ones, do you?
No, I bring people that I like here because it's honest and it's unpretentious.
Ah, so it's a test.
So what?
Well, if we like it, we get brownie points. If we want somewhere more upmarket, we get dumped.
No, I do my market research on my customers, not the women I meet. Why? The place not good enough for you?
No, I like it.
But?
Well, there must be other places you go.
Well, for sure.
All I'm saying is, most men trying to impress a woman start off in first class. It's when they've got them hooked, they downgrade to economy.
Oh, maybe I do things the other way around.
How will I know?
You stick around for the ride.
I found the perfect thing.
How much?
Right, the latest craze in America is to have a wedding wall.
A wedding what?
A wall, right? So you get a designer to paint a wall.
Oh, no.
Just hear me out. So you lay all your presents out in front of it, and then you take pictures of your guests in front of it.
We've got a wall already.
What?
The one you keep driving me up. Now, Karen, I'm not spending $1,000 on a wall we don't flipping need.
What costs that much?
You're not having a flaming wedding wall. End of story.
Be lucky to have a wedding at all at this rate. If you can't agree on out.
What do you know about it?
I know you're always rowing.
It's not rowing.
Well, what do you call it then?
A bit of negotiation, isn't it, baby?
Karen, that's a funny way.
Yeah, one particular way is I know how to get round it, don't I? I mean, I know what you like, don't I, baby?
Ow.
No nonsense, you say yes to me wedding wall.
You're not having a...
Ow!
Look, I'll tell you what you can have.
What?
Okay. I thought we were having a drink.
Sorry, Trace, duty calls.
Yeah, but you enjoy yourself, if you can.
Thanks for seeing me, Michelle. I appreciate it.
What is it you want?
Well, I take it you went to see the coppers then.
Yep.
What did you say to them?
That's my business, isn't it?
No, I'm just curious to know what else you could have told them. Or did Lucy give you a few tips?
Look, if it's chapter and verse you want, you can forget it.
Not that it's going to make much difference anyway.
Why?
I called for my brief today. He said even if you wouldn't have made that second statement, I could still go down. And we'll soon find out. I've got to go and see the coppers tomorrow. CPS have reached the verdict and doesn't look very promising.
You'll deserve all you get.
Yeah, I know.
So, is that all you came to say?
Well, no, that and something else. I still love you, Shell, you know that.
Oh, I don't want to hear this.
Despite everything that's happened.
Look, just go, will you?
I just want to say, no matter what Lucy said, it doesn't matter. But what really matters is what I'm saying to you now. I'll always love you, Shell. No matter where I end up.
Believe it.
I'm home! The Wanderer returns. Have you missed me, Ashley?
No.
I thought not. As my lovely grandson?
Oh, he didn't say.
How about you?
Don't put Claire on spot, Dad. Come on, man, how was it?
Unsurpassable. You've never seen higher quality slaughterhouses cleaner than most homes I'm taking our Joshua when he gets bigger.
You assume a decision has been reached?
Yes. We'll go through the paperwork with you, make sure you understand everything. Is that clear?
Look, I just want to know if I'm being prosecuted or not.
Let's see, shall we?
How's Claire gone, Ben?
She left a minute ago. Do you not see it straight?
I did, as a matter of fact, at a distance.
Well, you know she's gone then.
And she's not coming back?
No, it's an early finish.
Are you happy with her?
Yeah.
I mean, in her professional capacity.
Yeah, that's what I mean. She's good at her job, and our Joshua loves her.
Is that all you want? I mean, now that you've got to know her better, now that she's proved her worth, you do see a lot of her.
Yeah, I do. But she's not here for me, Dad. She's here for our Joshua.
She's a nice girl.
Yeah.
You'd miss her if she went.
She's not going anywhere, Dad. She's very satisfied with her job.
For now. Young lass like that could suddenly up sticks.
Well, she's promised me if she ever does leave, she'll give me 3 months' notice so I can find a replacement.
That's very kind of her.
We'll see if our Joshua's awake.
You've been a long time. I was getting worried.
I'll tell you in the house, sir.
That was my mum. My dad's taking our Craig to the pictures, so she wants to see me.
Did she come around here?
Oh, well, yeah, I said she could. It's all right, innit? I mean, you're nice.
Yeah, it's no problem with me. I'd rather she came. I don't like you being in the flat by yourself.
Martin, you don't think I'm imposing my mother on you, do you?
No, I don't. And like you say, I'm at work. Look, I'd be happy if your mum popped in whenever she felt like it. And Craig. Tommy.
You can forget that. Your dad'll never set foot in this place. Not while I'm living here.
Look, have you thought how that might work out? Over a period of time?
No, because it's his decision. His problem, so he can work it out, Jez.
Hey!
Hey, Shell. Couldn't sit at home waiting to hear the good news. You heard yet?
No.
Well, there'll be a great big smile on your face when you do, eh?
Yeah.
Though frankly, no one will be as pleased as I will.
Excuse me, I've got things to do.
What's wrong with Shelley?
The old business has been a strain on her.
Really, I don't know when I've enjoyed myself so much.
I wouldn't want to see my baby's father behind bars.
Well, I can't wait.
Blaming Nora, look at the time!
Where's my dad?
He's gone for a walk. He's quite upset.
I don't want people to think bad of him, Deirdre, because of what I did, you know.
They won't.
Didn't have to go to all this trouble.
Oh, no, it's not any trouble.
I bet you and Martin don't eat like this every night. Oh, we do. It's cordon bleu all the way with us. Here you go. Are you happy, love?
Yes.
So, how are you getting along with Sarah and David?
All right.
See much of him?
No, not really.
That's a shame. Sarah was one of your best friends.
Yeah, she wasn't. I only hung around with her because she lived next door.
She's not at home now either.
I know. They all grow up.
Oh, some of you are growing up too soon.
Not me. Hey, I'll tell you I do, miss.
Who?
Craig.
Oh, come on. You might the life out of each other.
Yeah, well, brothers are born programmed to drive you mad. It's a biological fact.
It works both ways.
So he misses me, does he?
That's not what I'm saying. Yeah, of course he does. He's got no one to argue with.
It was always my dad.
I thought we weren't going to mention him.
Yeah, somehow his name keeps cropping up.
You talk about him, I don't.
Right, well, let's talk about something else then, yeah?
Look.
Well, he's bound to come in eventually.
Why? I barred him. I'll throw him out.
No, I don't want to see him.
Shell, can I have a word, please?
No. Mum, I'll deal with this.
I'd rather go in the back if you don't mind.
You can't.
I've come to tell you what happened at the police station. It's private.
No, it's public, because you married me in public.
Peter, how's he get on?
Some of us can't wait to hear the good news.
He'll take his punishment, no matter what it is.
As far as Shelley and I are concerned, the sentence will never be long enough.
Just give us the details.
Yeah, like, when does the trial start?
It doesn't. The CPS decided not to prosecute me.
Not to? Why not?
Because I was only married to you both for a short time. I didn't do it to make extra money. And that I never intentionally set out to hurt either of you.
You'd have stayed married if we hadn't found out.
Well, they go by what happened.
You got off with it?
No. They gave me a caution.
Which means?
Well, which means that I've got a criminal record. They put it on computer, and then if I do anything else, then they charge me with that as well.
So they put you on a computer? What sort of punishment is that?
I'm relieved for you, man.
Look, at least you're both not going to have your names dragged through the courts. I'm sorry.
Are you?
I'm really sorry.
I don't understand this. You made a new statement. You told them everything. How could they let him off? How?
So that's it then? Case closed, no further proceedings?
You sound a bit disappointed.
No, I'm just surprised. Well, people go down for not paying parking fines. What you did was much worse.
What, you think I should be made a public example of, do you?
Yeah. Put in stocks, we can all throw Dev's leftover fruit at you.
Or at least be bound over to stay away from the female sex.
You obviously think he should be punished more severely as well, do you?
I'm glad he's not going to prison.
Yeah, so am I. Because only winding you up.
But as a victim of a man who led a double life, I know how much grief and suffering these crimes can cause.
So do I, Deirdre. So do I, and I intend to make up for what I did.
Well, I'm glad to hear you sounding so positive.
Yeah? Well, you don't know what I'm planning to do yet.
The very important thing now is to put all this behind you and make a fresh start.
I intend to. But the last thing that Lucy and Shelley want to see is me doing that. I mean, it's bad enough I'm a free man.
So what are you going to do?
I'm going to sell up and move away.
What?
Do you think it's wise, bringing a little baby into a smoky bar?
I just want a quick word with Shelley.
Hi, Lucy.
I'm still in shock of you.
There's nothing more we can do, is there?
You can't just let him wriggle off the hook.
Well, if the police don't want to prosecute...
They don't want the hassle, you mean? It's pathetic.
Look, I'm not going back to the police station. I've told them everything.
I know you have, Shell, and I know you've done your best. I just feel like, well, it's time that I did something.
Like what?
Would you keep an eye on Simon for an hour? I'm going to go and see my solicitor.
Oh,
I've brought it back with all this stuff. He'll be as good as gold.
What do you think there's any point going back to the solicitor?
No, it sounds hopeless, Shelley, but you mustn't let him win.
Right. Yeah. Look, I don't know if you still want me custom, but I'll smash my indicator.
Yeah, business is business. We'll have to order one, though.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Hang it. I'll let Tommy fit it. Might end up cutting your brake cable.
Not here then, is he?
No, he's knocked off early.
Right. So, I'm selling the kids.
All right.
Yeah? Rosie not made the big time yet?
No, don't. Doing me head in a pair of them. Tell you, I hope Sophie decides she wants to work in a shop or something when she's older.
Ah.
Who's that at the door? Who's that? Should we go out? Should we? Yes, we should. Yes, we should.
Shell, your mum wouldn't let me in the front, so I thought I'd try the back.
What do you want?
Just come to tell you I'll be out of your life soon. Who's that? Is that Simon?
Yeah.
Oh, hello, mate. What's happening, Shell? I mean, where's Lucy?
She just nipped out for an hour. She'll be back in a minute. Look, can you go, please?
Shell, can I pick him up? Please, let me just for a minute.
Well, I can't exactly stop you, can I?
Hey, mate. Hello. Hello. Oh. Hello. Oh, son. You've got no idea how much I missed you.
1 minute, we're on our way to paradise. Next, clock strikes 7 and he's off into at night.
You're making this up.
Actually, no, it was 22.
But he left his shoe behind.
He took him off in a hurry.
You might think I'd come out of this unscathed, but I'll tell you what, Shell. Not seeing this little lad. That's more than enough punishment for me.
You brought it on yourself, Peter. I've got no sympathy for you.
So you'd do the same, would you? I mean, if this was our baby, you'd ban me from seeing him.
I'm not getting involved. I'm just looking after him for an hour, that's all.
No, you wouldn't. Because I know no matter how much you'd hate me for what I did, you'd never take it out on a little baby.
She'll come round eventually.
No, she won't. Oh, she'll. I wish it was our baby. I wish I'd never met her.
It's spilt milk, Peter. Talking of which, I think he needs his bottle.
Can I give him? Hey, good boy. Here. Drink. There.
Oh, you're good with him.
I want to do what's right by him, Shell. I can't do what's right by anybody else anymore. I want to do what's right by him. Oops.
Oh.
You see that? Straight down the hatch and came straight back up again, didn't
I've
it?
got some wipes. Hang on a minute.
Okay.
There you go. Oh, there
I
you
likes
go.
that, doesn't he?
He does. He does. He does.
Hey,
What's all this? What's going on?
Oh, Peter turned up out of the blue.
And you let him in? You let him this on?
I didn't know what to do.
Give me my son.
Look, just hold on a minute.
I said, give me my son!
What are you doing?
Lucy, you're frightening him!
I told you to stay away from him. And you. I thought I could trust you.
He said that. What are you having for afters?
What's his idea of being subtle?
I can't believe he said that.
Thinking of which, that sticky toffee pudding should be ready by now.
I'll get it.
Oh, you stay where you are, I'll get it. Of course, you can see his reason for it, though, can't you?
No.
It's wishful thinking. He thinks I need a woman.
That makes sense, yeah.
Well, he sees you with Joshua, he sees you with me. He sees a ready-made family.
Why can't people accept that a man and a woman can be just friends?
Because most of the time they can't.
But we're the exception to the rule, are we?
Well, I'd like to think so. Won't you? Yeah. So let's just carry on as we are, then. Doesn't matter what anybody else thinks.
I've left Simon with a neighbour, so I can't stay long.
Good.
Shell, I'm sorry about earlier. I had no right taking it out on you.
I was in a very difficult position.
I know, Shell, and I know how Peter can manipulate people. That's why I lost my rag.
It's not very fair on Simon, though, is it?
Just the solicitor put me in a really bad mood, said we should just accept the decision of the CPS.
I think he's probably right.
He said he was surprised that the CPS had decided not to go ahead with the case, especially after you added to your statement.
Well, I'm not a legal expert, am I?
What exactly did you say to the police?
Well, I can't remember the exact words.
Are you being straight with me, Shelley?
Look, I've got customers to serve.
I don't care what anybody says. It's not the age difference that matters. It's how you feel about each other.
Yeah. Yeah, I couldn't agree more.
And Martin can be very immature.
Very funny.
So what does that make me? I'm only teasing.
Anybody want a drink? Yeah, hang about. I'll give you a hand.
Martin's a lovely man. You could do worse.
Yeah.
I know. So hands off. Don't worry. Been there, done that.
What?
You've been out with Martin? Yeah, a couple of years ago when Kevin and I were separated. Didn't he tell you?
Thanks.
So how many other women on the street have you been out with?
None. Just Gail and Sally.
Are you sure about that?
Yes.
Somehow I get the impression that I'm the latest in a long line.
Oh, I'm very flattered.
Who's next? That's what I want to know. I mean, man of the world like you can't be expected to stay with a teenager.
Well, I'm 35. I've had relationships. Some I regret, some I don't. This is one of the biggest. Possibly the biggest.
Yeah, well, I bet you say that to all the girls. Yes, love.
Look, I didn't make a new statement. I stuck with the old one.
What?
It didn't feel right. It felt like I was saying things that weren't true.
Yeah, but we decided...
No, you decided. I was never happy with the idea, not really.
Oh, that's very nice of you to let me into your thought processes, Shelley, but it's a bit late in the day, don't you think?
Look, you're very clever. Whatever I think, you always manage to talk me round.
Are you so pathetic that you don't know your own mind? Oh. I'm so scary that you can't possibly argue back with me.
But it wasn't as simple as that.
He's got to you, hasn't he?
No.
He's turned you against me.
No.
Why else would you let him walk free after what he's done to us?
Because I'm sick of being pressurised, pulled this way and that.
Well, go on then, stick up for yourself for once in your life. God, you're weak. No wonder he can still wrap you around his little finger. I reckon if he had 10 wives, you'd still say, oh, he's not all that bad.
I am tired of having this conversation, and I am tired of you coming round here all the time.
You lied to me. Shell. No, you betrayed me. You're as bad as he is. What must you think of me?
I thought
My fault.
I kissed you.
And I kissed you back. I took advantage of a vulnerable widower. My boss.
Exactly. I should know not to take advantage.
No, it's me. I've abused your hospitality. I should have seen this coming and I should have nipped it in the bud.
Just think 10 minutes ago we was going on about how nothing can happen. Laughing at me dad at neighbours for having mucky minds.
We're the ones with mucky minds.
Been unfaithful to Maxine.
Don't say that.
Sullied her memory.
No, you haven't. Not really. It was just a kiss, a little kiss.
Yeah, but it was a proper kiss. Who knows what might have happened if we hadn't stopped ourselves?
I can't bear the thought that I've come between you and your poor wife. Well, one thing's for certain. We can't carry on, not after this.
No.
And whatever you might say, I still have a professional duty as Joshua's nanny to uphold certain standards.
So what are you saying?
I think it's best if I leave. For good.
Afternoon. It's only 8:30. Anyway, I need all the sleep I can get, don't I, woman in my condition?
Oh, and what's your excuse for the previous 25 years?
Simon's crashed out. Sit down, I'll put the kettle on. Oh, are you writing too? Peter? Oh. Just a quick note to let him know what a lowlife he is.
Haven't you told that to his face already?
Yeah, but I also want him to know that I hope he dies a slow and painful death.
You haven't put that.
Lucy? You can't go writing things like this. 400 quid. Don't believe it.
Divorce is an expensive business.
Yeah, well, I knew that I wasn't going to get a penny out of Robert. I just didn't expect it to be this much.
You see that cartoon of two farmers standing either end of a cow, both pulling in the opposite direction, with a lawyer sitting in the middle milking it?
If I pay this, I'm going to be skint. I'm going to be absolutely penniless.
Join the club?
I don't suppose either of you two could help me out, could you?
I'm in the same position as you. Neither of us are working, remember?
Anyway, it's not that long since you were splashing out on holidays to the Caribbean.
Oh, well, so much for helping me through my pregnancy. Oh, don't worry, Tracy, we'll help you through this. What a joke.
That didn't include paying solicitors' bills.
I'm sure the baby's father would be only too happy to support you if you hadn't fallen out with him.
No, it's all my fault, isn't it? I don't get any sympathy from anyone, do I?
No.
So what do you want to do? Go around there, invite her round here?
And say what? I'm not really sure what our next move should be.
We offer her money. I thought we'd agreed.
Yes, but is that a further instalment on what we've already agreed to pay, or is it an additional payment?
You sound like the bank manager.
We have to be absolutely clear what our position is. She'll exploit any weakness in our armour.
Well, what do you want to do?
Well, I think the money should be an extra payment.
How much? Have you got a figure in mind?
1,000? 2, 3.
Right. So we're already giving her £20,000. Why should she get a penny more?
Look, if we simply go back to the existing agreement, we're left in the same boat.
So you want to give her money in the vain hope that it'll turn her into a nicer person?
I'm not saying that the extra money should come without conditions.
What conditions? What's going on in that head of yours, Roy?
I think we should play hardball. I believe that's the expression.
My mum doing going round calling herself Lulu anyway?
It's a stage name.
Spelled L-O-O, is it? Because that's where her career went, down the toilet years ago.
Cheap, yeah.
But she really is called Silly, though, isn't she? Oh, to me, that sounds like a stage name and all.
Yep, Scylla is definitely a real name.
Tracy, could we have a word? We've been looking for you.
Yeah, well, you can't have been looking very hard, can you?
Are you well? You look well.
I'm okay. Apart from feeling knackered all the time.
Strange. Usually women feel increased energy levels during the second trimester.
Thank you, Dr. Spock.
That is what we've come to see you about, as a matter of fact.
Oh, I knew you'd come crawling back. Well, you can forget it.
Well, we wondered if we couldn't just talk things through, see if we couldn't come to some sort of arrangement.
Waste of time.
Try the M word, Roy.
What? Oh, yeah. Our new proposal does involve extra money.
Morning.
Morning.
You sure about me coming today?
Yeah.
Only I can go away again if you prefer.
No, it's not fair on Joshua. We agreed.
Yeah, we did. It's nippy out there today. He'll need wrapping at home if we go out.
I'm just giving him his breakfast, actually.
Right then, well, I'll take over and you can get yourself off to work.
Oh, look, he's dropped his bottle.
Oh.
Look, you both okay about this? I mean, me being unbarred.
Don't look at me. As long as you stay on that side of the bar, like you said.
I'm going to have a drink in the arms if you want.
Good idea. That won't be necessary.
Look, I'm getting slightly conflicting vibes from you both here.
Yeah, well, I'm the boss. So what do you want?
Right. Pint, please, Sean.
Why should we be the ones to do all the running so she can treat us like dirt?
Try not to think about it. Just remember why we're doing this. Ah, Tracy, come in.
Don't know why we couldn't have done this earlier.
I'd rather not discuss our private business in the street.
Well, come on then, get on with it.
Oh, shall we sit down?
No, I'm fine standing, thanks.
Well, Hayley and I feel we might have been a little hasty.
If you think you can get around me by grovelling, you can forget it after the way you two went on.
We won't be doing any grovelling, Tracy. Not today.
You still think you're in the right, don't you? The way you went sneaking around behind me back, laying down the law.
We were just trying to protect ourselves.
There has obviously been a breakdown of trust on both sides.
You never trusted me in the start.
And perhaps it was unreasonable to expect you to agree to marriage.
Too flaming right.
We should have recognised that by bringing something new into the equation, the whole arrangement would have to be renegotiated.
So what are you trying to say, Roy?
What if we were to offer you an extra sum to get the arrangement back on?
How much?
£5,000.
10.
What?
£10,000 and you got a deal. Otherwise you can forget it.
Talk about money grabbing.
He's acting out of self-interest. I'm doing the same.
It is a substantial sum, all the same. I don't know if I can raise it.
Right, well, you've got until tonight. I'll be home about 6:30. You can give me your answer then.
How's Josh been? Good.
Shouldn't you be at work?
Yeah?
Yeah, well, I don't want you moping about the place, bringing me down.
Why not? We've all had to suffer your misery for long enough. I think give somebody else a chance.
Actually, I'm in a very good mood today. Things are starting to look up.
Really? Somebody died?
Oh, ha-ha.
Oh, come on, Tracy. Something bad must have happened. I've not seen you look like chuff since you cut up Dev's clothes.
You've really got it in for me today, haven't you? Mind you, you've got some funny attitudes when it comes to women.
Do you know what? I don't fall for that poor old Tracy routine. And I'll tell you something else. I hate watching you leech off my dad and Deirdre.
How dare you speak to me like that?
Because it's true. If you had anywhere else to go, anybody else to turn to, you'd be out of here like a shot. In fact, you only turned up here in the first place because you were desperate.
Oh, well, thank goodness they've got you, eh? A son they can be really proud of.
Don't change the subject.
What, you expect me to stand here and take this? Who do you think I am, Peter? One of your wives?
Everywhere I go, she's there. Why don't we join and make a foursome?
Is this a setup?
No.
It is, isn't it? Let's just put you up to this.
I didn't know they were going to be here.
Right, I'm going home. No, actually, on second thoughts, why should I be driven out with local by her?
Oh, are you, Fitz? You want a drink?
No, thank you.
Oh, come on, Fizz. Don't be like this. Why can't we just all get along together?
Yeah. Why don't I buy the drinks?
What, you think half a lager's going to make up for all the years of...
What? Years of what?
Forget it. Not like you to stick your hand in your pocket anyway. Business must be good.
What's that supposed to mean?
And she told you she's on the game.
That is just a vicious lie.
And she's a druggie. Sell her furniture for a quick fix.
Fizz, I may not have been a perfect mother.
And she steals. I'd keep them rare status quo 7 inches under lock and key if I were you.
No wonder you ended up in care. You're out of control.
Oh, come on, stop it. Now, what do you want to drink?
I don't want a drink. I'm going home.
Oh, come on.
Wait, Fizz.
The only game I'm on is bingo, I swear to you.
You're right, I can't send this.
Well, sometimes it's enough just to write it all down.
I can't seem to get them out of my head. I wake up in the middle of the night thinking about them.
You've got to move on from this, Lucy. For Simon's sake.
I can't leave it like this. I feel like they're laughing at me.
There's just paranoia.
No, I'm being taken for a ride by both of them and I can't let them get away with it.
All this anger and hate is going to eat away at you.
I can't help it, Mandy. I feel so let down.
I hate to leave you like this, but I've really got to get back.
No, you go, I'll be fine. Thanks.
See you.
Hello, Lucy.
What do you want?
Can I talk to you?
I'll leave you to it.
Please. Just give me 5 minutes.
What I did was terrible and wrong, I know that.
Oh, but it's not in the same league as Evil Tracy.
But at least I never set out to hurt anybody, Tracy. I just got myself into a position I couldn't get out of.
Oh, come off it, Peter. You'd still be stringing them both along if you hadn't been caught out.
No, I wouldn't.
Don't you take that moral high ground with me. We might not be blood relatives, but we are cut from the same cloth. You're every bit as cunning and devious as I could ever be.
No, what I did had no malice in it.
Oh, well, I'm sorry, Peter, but it was a foul deed all the same. It was worse than anything I could have dreamt up.
Oh, I'm sorry, but I think sleeping with a man for a bet, Tracy, especially Roy Cropper, OK? And trying to split up his marriage is just a little bit worse, don't you?
I didn't try and split up his marriage.
What you put that couple through, it's depraved, it's sick. I don't even know how somebody could even stoop that low.
Oh, but what you put Shelley and Lucy through, that's not just as bad.
At least I showed some remorse for what I did. You seem to delight in the misery of other people. Something wrong with you. You're inhuman.
Yeah, well, I'm paying a pretty high price for what I did.
Oh, you getting pregnant just gives you something else to whinge about. Just gives you justification to say what a terrible end you've been dealt in life. Well, I'll tell you something, Tracy. Nobody's buying that anymore. Nobody's interested. You're on your own. And I've got a feeling that you're going to be like that for a very long time to come. Trace, I'm really sorry. I shouldn't have said what I did.
Yeah, well, you obviously meant it.
No, I just lashed out at you. I had no right. It's just that my head's all over the place at the minute.
No, you're right. I am a nasty piece of work. I'm a spoilt brat. I act as if the world owes me a favour.
No, look, there's good and bad in all of us, OK?
What, there's good in me? I doubt it.
Don't talk like that.
You know, I've made such a mess of my life. It's just been one long list of disasters. Robert, Dev. It's no wonder I'm in the state that I'm in.
Oh, being pregnant's not the end of the world.
It feels like it.
No, we'll all rally round, you'll see. And I'll tell you something. You know, Roy's a good man. He'll do what's right by you.
Why should he? I haven't done what's right by him.
You see, and there's me accusing you of not having a conscience. Just prove me wrong, didn't you?
Yeah, well, you wouldn't say that if you knew the truth.
How do you mean?
Oh, no, forget it. I shouldn't have said anything.
No, come on, Tracy. What truth?
I can't tell you.
Yes, you can. Come on.
Peter, do you swear that you will not breathe a word of this to anybody?
Of course I swear.
No, I mean it, Peter. Not a soul. No, I can't if anyone finds out that...
No, they won't, OK? They won't find out.
It's not Roy's baby.
What? Well, then whose baby is it? Do you know?
Yes, of course I know.
OK, then who? Come on, Tracy, who?
Trick or treat.
Get lost.
Can't find my bag.
You don't need it. I've got my door key. Now, come on, Tracy will be waiting.
You do think we're doing the right thing?
Oh, yes. Right, come on, let's stop a minute. Come here. Deep breath.
You're mad, Tracy.
Yeah, then it must run in the family. At least I'm waiting till I'm divorced before I'm getting married again.
It really don't bother you getting tied to Roy Croft when it's not even his baby.
Yeah, but only me and you know that. He thinks it's his.
You should tell Steve. No, actually, you've got to tell Steve.
I don't have to tell him anything. It's got nothing to do with him.
It's got nothing to do with him. It's his baby. Tracy, you've gone too far. It's one thing telling Roy you're having his kid, but it's another thing getting him to say I do.
I'm not making him. This was his idea.
Really? Did he get down on one knee?
No, but I should have made him. That would have been a laugh. Oh, look, Peter. One of your wives is knocking on our front door. Oh, I thought you got cold feet. Right then, Roy. Time to make an honest woman of me.
Oh, I thought you were kids. They've been trick-or-treating all day.
Is Peter in?
I know, he's just running across the street now. Do you want to come in?
No, I can't. I've got Simon. He's sound asleep in the van.
Can I peek?
Yeah, of course.
Is everything all right?
Yeah, it's fine. I was just passing by and I thought I'd call. I wondered if you could look after Simon for a couple of hours tomorrow afternoon.
Yeah, fine.
Good. I've got loads of stuff to do and he'll only slow me down.
Yeah, no problem.
Everything all right? Yes. Well, we'll just post these notices and we'll see you again in a couple of weeks.
Monday, 17th of November.
We'll see you then.
Our wedding day.
I need a drink. Will you just say that again? I just want Steve to hear that. Steve, come here, baby. Just listen to this, right?
It's a slightly unusual reading. You're going to be married to the same man for a long time, but there are going to be breaks in that marriage. Have either of you got jobs that take you overseas for long periods?
No, but could it be like we were married, and then we're not married, and then we're married again?
Don't give it away. You're not supposed to tell him out.
Well, it could be, but my money's on him working abroad for months at a time. Or... Hang on. Have you been in prison?
Jack, what can I get you?
Pint of Vessa, please.
Can't I tempt you to some Transylvanian stew? It's an ancient recipe that's been handed down from one humble peasant to the next, whispered on their deathbeds.
No thanks, I've had some type of onions. It's repeating on me, see.
You're not dressed up.
You've heard of the Bride of Frankenstein?
Yes.
Well, I'm the husband, Vera Duckworth.
The registrar asked me a question.
Oh, yes?
About my marital status. I had to say I was single.
Well, yeah, you'd have to.
I didn't want to.
I know. But you are, legally.
I do love you, Hayley. You're the best wife any man could wish for.
Oh. It is impossible to drink wearing them.
Yeah, that was really meant to suck blood. I'll tell you what, Nick, why don't you have a suck on my neck? Right. No, don't.
That's all right, Karen, I've been warned about you. It's all anyone said first day of work was keep out of Karen's scripts.
I wish someone had told me that.
Well, we did, love, just that you didn't listen, and now look at you. I mean, you've already had a taste of what it's like being wed to, and you're just leaping in for round two.
Well, it says a lot about the state of our sex life.
Oh, it says a lot about the state of his mind, love.
Hey, Steve, that hair looks good.
Thank you very much. Karen cuts up a fake fur coat.
Oh, she never. I gave her a bag of cuttings before off the salon floor. See, the locals are enjoying their pagan festival.
Yes, you, however, have no need to dress up being evil personified, do you?
Thank you, Mr. Bigamous Heartbreaker. You're doing out on the 17th of November.
Don't know why.
Well, I was a witness at your secret wedding. I think it's about time you return the favour.
Are you kidding? Are you asking me to be a witness?
A couple of weeks' time, I'm going to be Mrs. Roy Cropper.
And what about Steve?
What about him?
When are you going to tell him it's his baby?
I'm not...
Tracy, he's got a right to know. Look, just drop all this wicked Witch of the West act, all right? Because you're not as hard as you let on. You're having his baby.
And I'm marrying Roy. And as soon as this thing's born, it's his and ours. Steve doesn't need to know anything about this. What's he going to do if he finds out anyway? Marry me? Provide for wifey and babykins?
I don't know. I don't know, but at least give him that choice to make that decision for himself.
No way.
Tracy, listen. Please just listen to me for a minute. Ever since Simon was born, and ever since I haven't been able to see him, you know, having a baby, it makes such a difference. It changes your whole world. Look at him. He's going to be a dad in a few months' time, and he knows nothing about it. It should be something that's going to change his whole life. He should experience things that he didn't even know he could experience. Don't take that away from him. I mean, even if you want nothing to do with him, don't take his child away from him.
I'm not going to tell him. Not now. Not ever.
Then you leave me no option.
What do you mean?
If you're not going to tell him, Tracy, I will.